This is a loud game. Death. Characters will die permanently when their health reaches 0, and they are at the maximum number of wounds allowed. Definitely playing with that. Who's automatic can spend their talent points in action? Okay, no. I'm not gonna do that. I gotta turn the sound down a little. This is crazy. At least the music should be turned on. Oh, I see. That's why I can't. But my cursor's still restricted. What are gib effects? What the heck are gib effects? No, it's probably something silly. Big heads. Big heads mode gives characters heads that are ludicrously disproportionate to their bodies. Thanks, Josh. Ooh. I feel like if this is going to be a hard game, I should probably have all this on. Considering I have permadeath on. We're playing with permadeath. I should actually set that as my... I should put that in the tags just so all the hardcore gamers know where I'm at. They know where to find me. Oh, but I have to do this. Here we go. I don't want to know anything that my character wouldn't know. I'm assuming this is a role-playing game. So, you know, it's roleplay. I'm gonna adjust my stand for a bit. Apologize for the noise. That's better. Not used to using a keyboard. Movie subtitles, question notifications, screenage, scrolling, left click, show news. It's just gonna tell me about like the war in Ukraine. Random encounters. What, you can disable that? It's such an odd thing to have as an option. Tooltip, okay, scroll speed. How frequently companions and player characters will play their voice cues. Like, is that actual dialogue, or are they just gonna make grunting noises all the time? Guess we'll find out. I'm gonna adjust my webcam. I've been playing with the controller for too long. Yeah, that's better. Can't see up my nose anymore. Okay. Yes. Paradox account. Why is there an X next to this? I'm sure I can do this later. I want to make sure this is a game I actually want to play first. Oh, hey, Seagull. How's it going? Yes, you may have another downtime day. This is my first time playing this game, so I know about as much as anyone. Here it is. Oh. Okay, let's start. Let's see what these say. Story mode difficulty setting requires minimal micromanagement. Easily forgives mistakes in combat. Enemies receive a penalty to most stats. Companion combat AI is enabled by default, and party members do not receive wounds until they are knocked out. Thanks, A-Bike. Normal difficulty requires strategy and efficiency, but forgives a few mistakes in combat. Companion combat AI is enabled by default. The hard difficulty is suited for veteran players of isometric RPGs, such as Pillars of Eternity, which I have played and I lost, who are looking for a challenge. Survival requires micromanagement and optimization of stats through items, spells, and abilities. Enemy AI is more efficient, uses abilities more frequently. And Path of the Damned difficulty, enemies receive a bonus to most stats, are the most efficient AI, and will very frequently use abilities. Party members take more wounds during combat and when being knocked out. This difficulty level can only be chosen when starting a new game. If Trial of Iron is enabled, only one save slot is permitted. If your party is defeated, the game ends, your save is lost, and you must start again. Recommended only for those who seek a greater challenge. This can only be modified when starting a new game. Expert mode disables a number of helper features in the game. Players who want to rely on their own faculties and intuition while playing the game should play Expert mode. This option is selected when you start a new game. It cannot be enabled in-game, and if disabled, you cannot re-enable it in that game. Wow. This is my kind of setting. I mean, Path of the Damned does sound enticing, but I feel like you'll be out of jail. Yes, we are speaking in character, of course, for anyone watching who does not. So yeah, I'm starting a new game. I imagine it's going to be like Pillars of Eternity. It even says there's a reference to Pillars of Eternity. I don't know if it's by the same makers or not. But this is going to be like the old school Baldur's Gate RPGs, like the video game Baldur's Gate, which was also very difficult, I've heard. But we're going to try and go for as maximum immersion as possible. So I'm going to do Trial of Iron, which means if we die, it's permanent. We cannot reload saves in this. Expert mode, I think, just means it disables, like, the measuring tools, probably, for spells and stuff. So you have to, like, memorize the... I'm going to have to practice a lot, basically. I'm just going to have to do a lot of practicing in this. I'm tempted. I mean, the fact that you can't enable it later makes you want to start with this one. But I feel like I got to save something. Like, if I really do enjoy this game, I want to have another mode to go to after I beat it. So I can, like, do even better. So I'm just going to go on hard difficulty. Not the hardest, but hopefully still fun. Combat log provides detailed information on your attack rolls, enemy defenses, and afflictions.
For over 400 years, the armies of Kairos the Overlord have swept across the known world.
Can't see the
All
subtitles.
who stood against. Even the Archons, women and men of immense power, were forced to kneel, chained to the Overlord's will. Now Kairos' final conquest has come to our corner of the world, and two of the Overlord's armies compete for the honor of taking our lands. The elite disfavored, and the teeming horde of the Scarlet Chorus. The voices of Nerat, spy master and archon of secrets, guides the fierce and undisciplined masses of the Scarlet Chorus. With each battle, the Scarlet Chorus grows stronger, as the defeated are given a simple choice: serve or die. Graven Ash, Archon of War and the Overlord's most loyal general, leads the disfavored. Though small in number, Kairos' ironclad legion has never met true defeat in open battle. Watching over the two generals is Tunon, the Adjudicator, Archon of Justice, eldest of Kairos' minions. Tunon brings Kairos' laws to newly conquered lands, aided by the Fatebinders, judges and executioners of the Overlord's laws. You were among the youngest of the court of Fatebinders when Kairos' armies came to our lands. How could we have known that the fate of thousands would rest in your hands?
Are we the baddies? I think we're the baddies. And this is our hero. Just, I'm not going to make any changes. Just this. Oh, he's the short guy. In the Northern Empire, where you were born, men enjoy equal protections under the laws of the Overlord Kairos. In the southern lands of the Tiers, only men may own or captain ships, but real estate is restricted to women. Men may lease, but durable ownership of the land in the Tiers is always passes to the eldest daughters or sister. Most sons enter their father's profession by their mid-teens. Those without a profession or family lands to work can find purpose by pledging service to one of the Overlord's mighty archons. Criminals, derelicts, and others are often conscripted into the armies of the archons. If a child cannot forge his own skein, he will certainly find one in battle. Oh yeah, sorry, I gotta move this. This thing was just... Oh, did we get a sub? Somebody must have... Hold on. I didn't get an alert, but we reached our goal of 10 subs again. But I don't know, it's not telling me who the 10th sub is. It must have been while I was off stream. Let me see if I can look it up. I apologize if you subbed and I didn't mention it. But my notifications thing... Ah, I see, okay. It was Penguin resubscribed. Sweet, so we're back to 10 subs. That's awesome. That means we can go back to 2 games. We'll start 2 games again next week. Since I wasn't ready. I don't know when this happened. Oh, okay. It was last night. I see. Was that last night or was it this morning? I guess technically it's this morning. But yes, we're back to 10 subs. I guess I better change the sub goal. Because that's just... I'm going to leave it up. I'm just going to leave it up because it looks very exciting. But I do have to shrink this down a little bit so I can see the subtitles. There we go. Where were we? You're right. So basically, so I guess gender isn't just a cosmetic thing for our character. It actually it's probably going to have some implications on the story. So men cannot own land, but we can own ships. Okay. Durable ownership of the land in the Tiers always passes to the eldest daughters or sister. Was sons? Is this? Oh, hey, yeah. There's different text. That's very cool. In the Northern Empire, where you're born, this is for women then. Women enjoy equal protections under the laws of Overlord Kairos. In the southern lands of the Tiers, women may crew a ship, but only men may own or captain a vessel. While these customs give the oceans to the men, the lands are trusted to the women. Men may rent and lease, but only women may own land and bequeath it to their daughters and sisters. While following a parent's profession is standard, many women choose to pledge service to one of the Overlord's powerful archons. Those without a viable trade or lands to call their own are often drafted into the armies of the archons, where it is assumed they will rise to glory or vanish in obscurity in accordance with their worth. Alright, well, my characters tend to be self-inserts, so I'm just going to make a pasty white guy. Oh, there's more stuff. Face and hair. These are all exceptionally ugly. Oh gosh, these are all exceptionally ugly. I like he's the best, but he's so pinched. His face is so small. But I guess we're the bad guys, so maybe we don't want to look too good.
That wasn't so hard.
That wasn't so hard.
I'm injured, tired. Let's rest.
I'm injured, tired. Let's rest.
See that?
See that?
Ha! Good work!
Ooh.
I'll just hold on to this. Quiet down!
No, I can just have no voice.
Huh. To battle!
I still don't know about the face. I wish there were more options. This one doesn't look so bad now. It's just the hair. Oh, I guess I have long hair, so I guess I should do long hair guy. I like the ponytail. I think I'll do it with his hair down though. Yeah. My hair's actually black, brown, but it looks black in the dark, so... no, I'll do this. Facial hair. I mean, it looks cool. Sideburns? I mean, it's pretty accurate. That does look cool. But no, I think just leave him be. Tattoos? I don't have any tattoos myself, so. Ooh. Oh, that's cool. Just the hand? The full legs? Wow, the tattoo system is like more in depth than the entire all the other character options combined. Kind of makes me think I should have at least one tattoo. We're supposed to be the bad guys too, right? So we should make ourselves just a little bit edgy. I like the skeletal hand. What color? What color should it be though? There's no white, I guess. Ooh, I really like that. Maybe green. Green kind of looks like he's sick. Oh, he has some on his face? What? Wait, where did the face come from? I thought it was just... Oh, can he have multiple tattoos? Oh man, I didn't notice there was stuff on his face too. I just wanted the hand. That sucks. Yeah, forget it then. Ruined. This game is ruined for me now. History. Okay. How did you join Kairos' army? So we're definitely the bad guys. Today you are a Fatebinder, agent of the Archon of Justice. You are by no means free, but as a warrior scholar deputized with discretionary powers to interpret and execute the laws of the Overlord Kairos, you are freer than most. One does not apply to be a Fatebinder. One is called by Tunon. Oh, there's stuff. Kairos is a name out of legend. For centuries, the Overlord has consolidated power, sending vast armies to swallow entire realms. The most powerful mystic the world has ever seen, Kairos can issue edicts, magical proclamations that level cities, spread pox, sunder the lands, or change the course of seasons. Let's see Tunon. Tunon, the Adjudicator, is the Archon of Justice, ruler of the conquered realms, and arbiter of disputes. Oldest of the Archons sent to conquer the Tiers, Tunon speaks with Kairos' authority. His true appearance remains hidden behind an iron mask, the face of judgment. Tunon is an impartial, sober creature, wholly obsessed with justice and order. One does not apply to be a Fatebinder. One is called by Tunon the Archon of Justice, and to decline is death. Millions of men and women live in the dozens of realms ruled by Tunon. I feel like I'm so off-center here. A little bit better. Yes, millions of men and women live in the dozens of realms ruled by the Overlord. How did you stand out from amongst this teeming mass of desperation and insignificance and gain the Archon's notice? Well, was I a pit fighter, not wishing to pay to feed and house two, the madam that purchased your mother sold you to the proving grounds, the Northern Empire's bloodiest, most notorious fighting arena. Given only enough training to assure the show isn't over too soon, your neutral prowess and survival instinct led you to one victory after another. There's no elegant swordplay, no formalized duels, just brutal melee and the stench of blood, shit, and bronze with each day's gruesome necessities. It is said that any fighter that slays a dozen others in the grand melee is given her freedom. But in 300 years, only 3 warriors have ever walked away from the proving grounds. When the closing horns sounded and 13 corpses lay about your feet, you became the 4th to be granted freedom, to thunderous applause. But this autonomy was short-lived. Within days, word of your accomplishment made its way to the Archon of Justice. Hunter. When the leader of your home village spoke out of turn one time too many, agents of the Overlord put the whole town to the torch to contain the spread of insubordination. The Bounding Viper tribe came across the smoking ruins of your village, and when the beast's matriarch found you frozen but unafraid, the mighty leader took you in and raised you with the protection of her tribe. Wait a second. Bounding Viper tribe. Are they beasts? For years lived with these wild beastmen in their migratory homes throughout the mountains, but the Bounding Vipers were a dying breed. Each long winter took a greater toll than the last, and once the dwindling tribe was too weak to defend its lands, disfavored soldiers came to dispense of the ravenous scavengers your tribe had become. Finding a human amongst the wild tribe, the disfavored soldiers made a point of taking you alive. News of the wild child of the north eventually spread to the Archon of Justice, and he ordered you released from captivity and delivered unto his court. Let me know if it's too loud. It sounds pretty loud on my end. Turn it down just a little bit. Okay, that's Hunter. Guild Apprentice. Deeply proud of your intelligence, your parents always knew you were too smart for a life spent with your hands in the soil. Looking to secure a better future, your parents struck a bargain with the Seven Tree Guild, a small magical order willing to teach you letters, numbers, and magic, if you proved capable. For several years, you learned much from the mages, mastering reading and writing faster than the rest, and eventually learned the basics of mystic theory and spellcraft. Your magical studies came to an abrupt halt when the voices of Nerat, Archon of Secrets, deemed the guild a peacetime distraction that must be disbanded for the upcoming war, its mages assigned to proper armies. While your peers went on to other guilds, your mind was seen as too valuable to be wasted on the armies. Instead, your life was claimed by Tunon, Archon of Justice. Oh yeah, I want to see what it says about the disfavored. Disfavored. Disciplined and battle-hardened, the disfavored are an elite legion in Kairos' army. They spearheaded the conquest of the younger realms, finding themselves always outnumbered but never outclassed, led by the steadfast and dutiful Graven Ash, whom they follow with obsessive devotion. They are committed to imposing their interpretation of order upon the relative lawlessness of the tiers. The Legion only tolerates Northerners in their ranks, priding themselves on their high standards of cultural purity. That's the SS, I guess. Noble Scion. Born to noble parents, you were groomed for leadership. Your youth spent on letters, history, rhetoric, and other matters of culture and statecraft. Though you had wealth and creature comforts, you were expected to grow up quickly and bear the honor of shepherding others through the prosperity and war. When your parents came under accusation of sedition, you were sent to the court of Tunon, Archon of Justice, to defend your family's actions. Your parents were found guilty. Their sentence, the dissolution of the treasonous estate. Oh, sedition. I can't remember what that means. I know what it means. I just can't remember. Eloquently pleading your own ignorance on your family's actions, you negotiated your most important deal yet. Immunity from the crimes of your family for the simple cost of swearing fealty to the Archon himself. Despite the unwilling induction, your education and savvy made you a valuable addition to the Archon's cadre of enforcers. And so long as you remain in good standing, your family just might be allowed to live. I like this self-serving, turns on his own family kind of guy. Might be good. I gotta be right back. I'll be back in a minute. What happened to the music? What happened to the music? Does it just end? Did I take too long? Oh, hold on, I gotta turn off the slate 1 second. Oh, there it is again. Alright. Noble Scion's looking good. Let's see Soldier. Unable to settle the year's accounts with grain, your parents offered you as a tithe to the Overlord instead. Seeing your first battles as a child, you've known all your life how to fight, how to stay calm at the sight of blood and disembowelment, and how to rely on your fellow warriors. Deemed smarter than the average killer, you were groomed for command and given education in letters and numbers. With rumors of war, it seemed recruitment into the disfavored legion would be the obvious match for your skills, but the Archon of Justice is known to say that good iron is not used for swords, and good minds are not used for soldiers. Claimed by Tunon, you were instead drafted into the Court of Fatebinders, where your martial skills were put to use in the enforcement of Kairos' laws. La Breca. Accused of a crime you most certainly did commit, you stood before Tunon, unlike Sagi Paz. You stood before Tunon, the adjudicator, Archon of Justice, and argued your case with eloquence and conviction. Impressed by your logic, reason, and confidence, he found you guilty anyway. It is rumored that Tunon selects many of his agents from his prisoners. Who better to catch the wicked than those versed in such ways? In his mercy, Tunon offered you the choice of 2 sentences, decades languishing in prison or a lifetime serving him in the Court of Fatebinders. The choice was an easy one, and instead of seeing the inside of a cell, you were trained in letters and numbers, magic and war. The laws you once broke are now yours to interpret and enforce. War Mage. Few have the combination of wits and courage to be accomplished casters and warriors, and those cursed with such a combination of talents are invariably pulled from their mundane lives and assigned to the armies of the Archons. Your earliest memories are a painful slog of training, study, lecture, and exhaustion, all the elements of being groomed for battle. You knew better than to ask what became of your family, nor to question the missives allegedly penned by their hand that were part of your earliest lessons in reading. When you reached adulthood, Tunon, the adjudicator, came to the barracks and laid claim to your life. Seeing you as too valuable for the crucible of battle, the Archon of Justice deemed your life better spent dedicated to the art of punitive legal remedies. Though you had much to learn in matters of civil discourse, none could deny your bright future as Tunon's next great enforcer. Yeah, of course, Seagull. I mean, to be fair, you're robbing a noble, which means that they were probably a dick. And diplomat. Though they would never tell you why. Right, good timing. Though they would never tell you why, Kairos bestowed great wealth upon your family for some unmentioned service, and your parents used this wealth to have you raised far from home. Your childhood was a nomadic tour of Tyranny, with hired tutors and fleeting friendships. Hold on, I totally missed this. Though they would never tell you why, Kairos bestowed great wealth upon your family for some unmentioned service, and your parents used this wealth to have you raised far from home. Your childhood was a nomadic tour of Tyranny with hired tutors and fleeting friendships. Where others had stability and routine, you had a worldly and varied education. A careless word in a far-flung city landed you in legal trouble. Okay, that's it's very noble of you, Seagull. A careless word in a far-flung city landed you in legal trouble. You were taken before Tunon, the adjudicator, and made to stand trial. Not only did you plead your innocence, but you turned the accusations around on the accuser for wasting the court's time. And the Archon of Justice concurred. Amused by your wit, wisdom, and adaptability, Tunon claimed you as his newest enforcer. Well, gosh. These are all quite interesting. I imagine these are also going to determine my skills, like Lawbreaker's probably Rogue. Pit Fighter's like Barbarian. I do like the just turning on his own family kind of angle. It's pretty awful, but I feel like the soldier's like the most basic. I like playing basic characters, and so soldier's like the most plain. He's just like average person. Like his parents just offered you as a tithe to the overlord because they were just farmers who couldn't afford their taxes. Yeah, I feel like that's the most common. I mean, Hunter, like they're all kind of tragic backstories in a way. Like this is almost the same thing. Oh, I see. And so like they're kind of categorized. So the top two are like the fighters. The next two are like roguish rangery types, I guess. Then there's the mage types, and there's the like political types. I mean, I do like the idea of like having good political stats, because you could probably unlock cool dialogue. But I don't know. I like soldier. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with soldier. Ooh. So I imagine based on what my history was, I'll have different options here. You're trained in the following combat styles: sword and shield. Wielding weapon and shield puts you in the front line of combat, standing between enemies and your allies. Holding a shield will slow down your attack rate slightly, but give you good defensive abilities. Javelin. Wielding a javelin is good compromise between melee and range. Thrown weapons deal more damage than bows, but cannot attack from as far away. They also have the benefit of being able to switch between range and melee attacks depending on the enemy's distance. Great sword. Wielding two-handed weapon puts your focus on power rather than speed. This is a slow attack style, but the damage you deal will often overcome the armor of your enemies. Dual wielding. Wielding two weapons gives you the advantage of versatility, as each weapon can deal different types of damage. Short bow. A short bow is a weapon of choice for those who choose to attack from a distance, avoiding direct engagement with their enemies. Unarmed attacks. Unarmed fighting is one of the more challenging combat styles. Damage is generally lower, but this is offset by the speed of your attacks. A good style for someone interested in being challenged. While fighting unarmed, the dodge skill is used to avoid melee attacks rather than parry. Oh, you can have magic. Shock spells. Okay. Frost spells. Really, just shock and frost are the only two. No fire magic. Vigor spells. Probably healing. Then atrophy spells. It's just like necromancy. Right, I'm just gonna go basic. Sword and shield. As basic as it gets. Shield slam, 30 seconds. Oh, I can only get one ability. Shield slam, slam your shield against a target, dazing them for a moderate duration. So the daze for 20 seconds. This is very Pillars of Eternity. It's like even the same terms. Sunder. Deliver a powerful overhead attack that reduces the target's armor. I think daze is good. Can take out those powerful enemies. Okay, next. Secondary expertise. Okay. Okay. Oh, these are not the same. For a second I thought these were the same. Some of them are the same, but... Wielding a two-handed weapon... Oh, yeah. So they're kind of the same. Spear and shield. Oh, okay. So it's just like unlocking a different ability. Find the target with a surge of greatness. Fill the target with a surge of greatness, granting them a bonus to might and vitality. I don't really see my guy as a... I don't really see him as a fighter. Pick dual wielding, then I'll get more weapons that I'll be proficient with. Oh no, that's just another bronze sword. Okay. Short bow, maybe? I don't know. Part of me wants to mix it up, but... I guess I'll be like a paladin then. I kind of see myself as just more like a straight up soldier. So maybe War Mace. Okay, this does work with one-handed weapons. But should I have a ranged weapon though? Yeah, I feel like I might as well. Oh no, but then I can't. I'm just gonna go with Spirit Shield. Is this gonna add like even more to my skills? Like, what if I choose Vigor? And get some lore. Lore would be good. Are these all the same skills? One-handed weapons, athletics, parry. Where's unarmed give you? Unarmed athletics, one-handed weapons, parry, yeah. I'm just gonna do spear and shield again. I can't decide. It's the hardest part about every game. It's character creation. I want him to just be like pure soldier. Lore skill determines a character's ability to decipher information and put together clues from fragments of information. Skill is critical for magic users who wish to learn new runes to power their spells. Lore is also used in dialogue to determine what you know about the history of the world or impress others with your intelligence. Oh, they get some athletics as well. I guess everything gets athletics. Yeah, everything gets athletics. Probably because I'm a soldier. Or, oh, I see, maybe these are from my previous choice. And they just carry over. So does that mean if I choose this... So it's probably just gonna be even higher. Okay, I'm gonna go with vigor then. I want to have some lore. I want to be smart. But not too smart. Titan's touch. Choose a banner. This doesn't seem that important, but... Okay. Shield? Whatever that thing is. I kind of like that. Those are my kills, probably. We are the baddies, after all. Kind of like this color. Yeah, kind of like it matches my armor and stuff. I like this color. Okay. I don't know what the 4 squares represents, but I like to think of them more as rhombi. Which is also a great name, Rhombus. Rhombus. Should I call him Rhombus? I mean, I definitely want to do something Roman. Romius? Rhombius. Rhomus. Rhomus? Is that too Roman? Romius? Rhomus. I kind of like rhombus. Is that too dumb? I like rhombus. I am Rhombus. Is that dumb? Is that a dumb name? Just need to. I might be stuck with this name for the next 100 hours, so just gotta like imagine it in situations. Rhombus. Hello, I am Rhombus. I've come to destroy you. It is I, Rhombus. You may refer to me as Rhombus. I feel like if you say it enough, it catches on. So we're gonna go with Rhombus. Attributes. All wits, baby. Mental acuity, their ability to observe their environment and pick up on clues. Which is used to increase the spell strength as well as increase the magic defense. Why is intelligence always got to be magic? Why can't you just have a dumb mage? Okay. Resolve. Determines the character's ability to endure physical and mental challenges. Resolve is the primary attribute used to drive the endurance, will, and magic defenses. Also increases the durations of afflictions. Okay, I'm just gonna be a full-on tanky tank. Yeah, not gonna be very quick. Physical health and strength of personality. Finesse, physical and mental precision. Accuracy of attacks as well as increasing one army's chances to reduce a hit type. Increase might leads to more powerful attacks and stronger abilities as well as increased endurance defense. Some of that. I wanted to be kind of average. Magic defense is probably good. Should have some might, but maybe less finesse. He's not going to be an attacker per se. You should have some vitality. I think you should be more vitalitous. Bonus health, will defense. I keep wanting to play these like a role-playing game and less like a strategy game. But I am playing on hard, so I'll be careful with this decision. Resolve and vitality. Wits. Yeah. Maybe less quickness. And maybe a little bit more. A little bit more mental acuity, maybe. Can't decide. Yeah, no, I'll go back to quickness. Skills. Okay. Weapon skills, already got these are leveled up a bit. Athletics, lore, parry, dodge, subterfuge. You're probably not going to need that. Do a little bit of that. Get some more. Let's control vigor. Oh yeah, that's my vigor magic. Level that up. Defense, so I get parry up. A bit more. Oh, it shows you this. It multiplies by what your wits are. So it's my quickness times 1.5. Interesting. Oh, my resolve also affects, not as much, but it does affect it. That's cool. I like the multiplier dynamic of it. Yeah, I don't really want weapon skills. I want to be support. I want to be supportive of my team. 1 point left. I can do parry. Okay. Looks good. Conquest. Selecting Conquest option will allow you to play through Kairos' Conquest of the Tears, choosing how your character was involved in the invasion. This gives you the most control over the starting state of the game and how other factions will react to your character. Selecting Quick Start option will bypass the Conquest phase of the character creation. You'll select from a list of available templates for how your character was involved in Kairos' Conquest of the Tears. This will affect the starting state. Okay. So this is like the intro. I mean, I don't think this is a sequel. I think this is all just backstory, right? Might as well play through it. I like that you get to play through the backstory. All the world has
fallen to Kairos, and now the Overlord's eye is on the Tears, our home. The last corner of the world free of Kairos' reign. 2 armies, the Disfavored and the Scarlet Chorus, march south from the Northern Empire, the last realm to fall to Kairos a century prior. In the early days of 428, Kairos' armies arrive at the Gates of Judgment, the mountainous border that we Tearsmen so long believed unassailable. Unable to agree on a unified plan of defense, the various leaders of the Tears sit and wait for each other to deal with the conquerors, until it's too late.
Okay. During the conquest, you will decide your character's actions during Kairos' invasion of the Tears, shaping the world through which you will adventure over the course of the game. Each choice you make affects your character and how major factions of the Tears respond to you. Your decisions matter. Choose wisely. I wish it was like, but your decisions don't matter. Just don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Also, happy 420, everyone. The Bastard City. The Bastard City stood on the northern border between Kairos' empire and the Tears. Built upon a natural harbor at the crossroads between realms, the city was a nexus of commerce. To the Tears, it was the center of all wealth. To a northerner, it was little more than a backwater trading post. Its symbolic status as a gateway to the continent made it a natural first target in Kairos' military conquest. Circumstances were ideal for you to prove your worth as a soldier in Kairos' armies. Taking the city would send a message to the rest of the Tears. Kairos' will is insurmountable. Bastard City. Named for its position between 2 realms, the Northern Empire and the Southern Tears, the Bastard City and its surrounding lands, known as the Bastard Tier, is a melting pot of cultures and a place of commerce and intrigue. The Tearsmen of the South view the Bastard City as a place of wealth and excess, but to the people of the Northern Empire, the Bastard City is little more than a sprawling slum. Tanan the Adjudicator established his court in the Bastard City. From his foothold in the Tears, he and his court of fate-binders imposed Kairos' laws upon the conquered land. Alright, this is where... Are we going to support the Empire? I guess we don't really have a choice. Gates of Judgment. The first major engagement of the war, Kairos' armies crossed the mountains and established a foothold. Infiltrate the Tears. Both armies sent their forces to prepare the way. Select a token on the map. Infiltrate the Tears. History would remember the Gates of Judgment as the first battle of the conquest, but the real combat unfolded with advance units of both armies preparing for the coming war. The Disfavored and the Scarlet Chorus Each had a plan to infiltrate the capital city. Which army did you join? Ooh. Scarlet Chorus is little more than a gang of thugs and their captive slaves. Rather than organized under commissioned officers, the Chorus follow a hierarchy seemingly ruled by whoever has the bravado to command and defend their position. At the head of this chaotic pecking order, the Archon of Secrets, better known as the Voices of Nerat, treats the Scarlet Chorus as his personal army. The Scarlet Chorus often suffers tremendous losses after battle, only to swell in the aftermath when captured enemies and collateral prisoners given the cruel opportunity to join or die. Gosh. Let's see. So who is this? This is like, do I want to join the Nazi SS or do I want to join like Genghis Khan's barbarians? Oh, I kind of see like my character was a soldier from the very beginning. He's basically raised a soldier, so he'd probably be very pro-Empire. And I wonder if this section is also based on my choice. I wonder if I didn't pick a soldier, would I not be doing this section? Would I be doing something else? Like, does this take place before or after I become the Fatebinder? What is this? Oh, aid. Oh, okay, so this is, I choose which army. You lent your skills to the elite disfavored scouts to capture the border garrison. Brave and Ash insisted that early victory in the offensive would boost the morale of his troops and diminish the haughty overconfidence of the Southerners. Joined the Scarlet Chorus as they raided villages and small towns, conscripting every able-bodied man and woman into the army. The Voices of Nerat emphasized the rewards of conscription and enslavement over wanton bloodshed. Apparently his soldiers needed the reminder. Gates of Judgment. The armies of Kairos took the battle to the Gates of Judgment, trumpeting the opening call of conquest of the Tiers. The two armies, the Disfavored and the Scarlet Chorus, brought their distinctive sense of order and chaos to the assault. You went to battle alongside the army whose approach best suited your strengths. So now am I choosing between these two things? Can I do both of them? It's not really clear. Nice, A-bike. Because infiltration sounds more like a rogue type thing. But I imagine that would happen first. But the real combat unfolded with advanced units of both armies preparing for the coming war. Yeah, this is like a scout mission. I can't tell. Am I going to do both of them? Well, just in case I'm only doing one, then I'll probably pick this one first. Because I'm a soldier, so. Standing shield to shield with Kairos' ironclad elite, you advanced on the mercenary army purchased by the nobles of the Bastard City. The Legion wanted to send a message to the Tiers that superior breeding and disciplined training would win the day. You rushed with chaotic mass of Scarlet Chorus, flanked the Bastard City's army, and drove them to flee. I mean, I feel like my character's probably going to be more disciplined than the Scarlet Chorus, so I'm going to go with the worse option. The Bastard City learned too late that a military is earned, never bought. The mercenary army quickly found themselves outclassed by the superior tactics and formation of the Disfavored. Those few who lived to the end of the battle were rounded up, the weak executed, and the strong enslaved to haul the army's wagons on a journey south. Okay, yeah, you only choose one. To judge the enemy. You decide the fate. Ooh, the soldiers of the Tiers fell by the hundreds, and Kairos' army could not agree on how to handle what few survivors they dragged back to camp. Befitting your role, the commanders turned to you to decide the fate of those who occupied prison pens. There were only enough prisoners to support the plan of a single army. The disfavored needed slaves to hold their gear at dig latrines and keep their pallets warm at night. You consign the survivors of battle to their subservient role among the Graven Ash's noble troops. Gave the prisoners the chance to serve in Kyrus' army or die. The Scarlet Chorus was in need of extra troops to fill up the vanguard. Your former enemies would occupy those slots nicely. So either way, I'm making them into slaves. Feeding the host. Against the most optimistic projections, the disfavored and Scarlet Chorus made short work of the local defenses. They did so well that the armies quickly outpaced their supply caravans. Troops were plentiful, but food was scarce. You only had time to execute one plan to secure provisions. You authorized the disfavored troops to confiscate food and supplies from traveling merchant caravans. The Tears had already spent ignorant centuries glutting themselves outside of Kyrus' law. You authorized the Scarlet Chorus to send their horde out to pillage from farms and villages. Spreading the infamy of Kyrus' army prepared the Tears for the reality of the impending conquest. Troops were plentiful, but food was scarce. Well, I only get to choose one of these things, so... I already fought with the disfavored, so I think doing something to support the Scarlet Chorus would be good to balance things up, balance my reputation. But I don't want to send them off to pillage the countryside, because if we're going to rule the country, we want some of it to be left when we get there. And I don't really trust a bunch of undisciplined, you know, battle-crazed warriors to go off and not burn everything down. So I'm just going to give their army more. I'm going to give the slaves to their army. The prisoners, rather. I mean, if I give them to Kairos, they're basically just going to be soldiers. But I mean, I was essentially sold into the military myself, so I feel like I wouldn't see that as necessarily a bad thing, or not necessarily worse than what I got. So yeah, I think I would go with this. I'd conscript them. And at least I feel like if I conscript them, there's at least a chance, they have like a chance that they might prove themselves or like reach a higher rank. Because I think it said that the Scarlet Chorus, a hierarchy seemingly ruled by whoever has the bravado to command and defend their position. So it's kind of like a free-for-all in terms of who can be on top. So at least they kind of have a chance. Whereas if I enslave them, if I make them slaves to people who think that like they're a lesser race, they're not going to have as much choice. So yeah, I'm going to give them to the Scarlet Chorus. We are the baddies today, in case anyone was not clear so far by this game. We are playing as the baddies. We just conquered a city, and now we're enslaving or rather conscripting the prisoners we took. You armed cooperative ex-soldiers with scrap weapons and tossed them into the vanguard of the next Scarlet Chorus assault. Those who survived were welcome to take up the arms and armor of the fallen and eke out a desperate struggle to survive in Kyrus' military. After their first victory, you rewarded the new recruits with the opportunity to execute their wounded or reluctant countrymen. Wow. To be fair, though, most of the people we fought were mercenaries, so they weren't necessarily loyal to this place in the first place. They were just doing it for money. Look, the Empire did nothing wrong, okay? The rebels were terrorists. Alderaan was a terrorist planet taking the bastard city. The armies of Kairos amassed around the bastard city. I remember I actually once had an argument with one of my coworkers about how he was adamantly defending that the Empire did nothing wrong. He's like, yeah, the rebels, the Empire like brought peace to the galaxy, and the rebels, they just like, they blew up the Death Star, which had, all these people on it, like all these workers and things on it, who they weren't necessarily soldiers, I'm like, yeah, but the Empire blew up an entire planet. As soon as you bring that up, the argument kind of falls apart. Anyhow, taking the bastard city. The armies of Kairos amassed around the bastard city, the first bastion of the Tears to Fall. Both armies longed to storm the walled outpost, the Scarlet Chorus howling for plunder, and the Disfavored forming an unbreakable shield wall. Your prowess on the field of battle had carried them this far, but there was one more step before total victory. Both of the armies had inspired schemes to take the bastard city. Which do you support? Okay, so first we beat the army in battle, so we haven't taken the city yet. We've defeated them in battle outside the city, and now we have to deal with the city itself. Assault on the main gates. Join the Disfavored Vanguard in direct assault upon the city gates. No fortification would stand before the Unstoppable Legion. Join the Scarlet Chorus in setting fire to the city and blocking the gates. The defenders would surrender or burn. Led a mixed band of Disfavored and Scarlet Scouts over the city walls to sabotage its defenses. I get a different ability based on this? During this time, you will regenerate health rapidly, but your damage is significantly... Okay, this is like the tank option. Gather heated energy into your hands and release into a foe. Target ignites in flames. Okay, this is like a fire attack. What's this? Concealing shadows. Create a cloud of obscuring shadows and dust. For short duration, enemies that use physical attacks against you have significantly increased chance to miss. During this time, your attacks will also be less effective. This is also kind of a defense skill. Okay. I'll think about this for a minute. I gotta be right back for a second. I'm back. Right, I did not think at all about what I was going to choose. This is good though, because you regain health every 3 seconds for 12 seconds. So basically a total of 45% health. It's half of your health. You regenerate health, so this would be good if I'm dying. This doesn't regenerate health at all, though. I think my character's a soldier. He would probably prefer the direct, like, quote-unquote honorable, like, face-to-face type battle. And also healing. I'm probably gonna need lots of healing in these battles, so I'm gonna go with this one. You join the Disfavored Vanguard in a direct assault upon the city gates. No fortification would stand before the Unstoppable Legion. With heroic courage and legendary determination, the Disfavored battered the gates of the bastard city to splinters. Those who fell under the consistent hail of arrows or cascades of boiling pitch left the battlefield temporarily, only to appear hours later as Archon Graven Ash's protection healed their numerous wounds. In time, the gates gave way, and Kairos' forces spilled inside the city walls with resounding cheers of victory. Ta-da! Okay, the bastard city settled into a new state of normalcy, with every tower displaying Kairos' banner. Your name was whispered alongside rumors of a decorated career to come. The armies divided into 2 fronts and migrated south. Tyranny sent word that you were to join the next frontier of Kyros's conquest, either as judge and overseer of the settlement of Lethian's Crossing, or as a war advisor with the armies advancing into the realm of Apex. Ooh, do I conquer more lands? Or do I settle down? Lethian's Crossing. Deposits of iron made the settlement of Lethian's Crossing a strategic war asset. Kairos sent the forge-bound smith mages of exceptional skill to establish a flow of weaponry. Tyranny and the Adjudicator sent one of his fate binders to ensure the enforcement of Kairos' law. Apex. The troops of the mountain realm of Apex stood idle in the safety of their valley, biding their time as their neighbors in the bastard tier fell. In the second year of war, a joint force of the Disfavored and Scarlet Chorus crossed over the mountains to take control of the tier's central valley. So, should I be a ruler or a conqueror? Either as a judge, an overseer of the settlement of Lethian's Crossing, or as a war advisor with the armies advancing into the realm of Apex. Built in the shadow of an old wall's junction in the realm of Haven, Lethian's Crossing is a growing trading settlement. The nearby rivers are rich in iron ore, though the locals lack the technology to smelt and forge the element. In the years following Kairos' conquest of the tiers, the population of Lethian's Crossing swelled with refugees fleeing the destruction of their homelands. The presence of the forge-bound mining the iron, along with their guards, makes this makeshift settlement a vital resource for Kairos' armies. Which one? I mean, he's a soldier, so he would be more suited to the conquering. But I think if Tunon's giving me the choice, I think I'm choosing the overseer. I don't know. Either way, a group of people are gonna hate me, but I think with this one I'm on the move constantly. This one I can actually settle down potentially. So I think my character would want that. I think my character wants to settle down. So I'm gonna go with Lethian's Crossing. Right, should I? Yeah, he needs a break from conquest. $429 TR, year 2 of Kairos' conquest. Who's pushing that? Lethian's Crossing. Years ago, Lethian the Bold founded a small merchant town at the intersection of ancient old walls. A pact between the settlers and a mercenary company meant that caravans were able to travel without fear of bandits or Bane, and the town thrived in modest insignificance. Lethian's Crossing drew Kairos' attention for the iron deposits in the surrounding hills. With the region under Kairos' control, the northern smith mages could set up workshops to refine ore and arm the Disfavored with the finest weapons in the known world. The Archon of Secrets dismantled the mercenary support with a generous bribe, taking the crossing in a bloodless victory. Tanan dispatched you to travel alongside Kyrus' forces and bring order to the region. Okay. The iron must flow. Kyrus' smith mages worked day and night to create weapons. No one faulted their dedication, yet production was low. The plans that came to light proved divisive to the disfavored and Scarlet Chorus. On one hand, any additional manpower was needed for fighters, not forges. On the other hand, the celebrated weaponry of Kyrus' armies needed to be fiercely guarded. Scarlet Chorus took refugees from the recent influx and forced them to serve in Kyrus' military. You repurposed these individuals to haul wagons of iron for the smith mages. This proved an inconvenience to the Scarlet Chorus, who relied on their force of numbers to be effective in the field. You conscripted the help from the local tribe of beastmen. Their strength would more than offset their disobedience. The disfavored protested that savages have access to the secrets. The disfavored protested that savages have access to the secrets of iron, but their voices were few compared to the support. The Scarlet Chorus. Okay, so either way, I'm pissing off somebody. The Cult of Siren. Siren, the Archon of Song, used her arcane charm to lure locals into joining Kyrus' army. As a patroness of the Scarlet Chorus, her efforts were critical to the conscription of new recruits. When an enthralled, disfavored soldier joined her cult, his company feared that the Archon was growing out of control and needed to be stopped. The disfavored demanded the Archon of Song cease her recruitment practices and that they be allowed to violently subdue her cult of followers. The loss of soldiers was a significant setback to the Scarlet Chorus's conscription efforts. In Scarlet Chorus tradition, you sent the latest batch of cultists to the front lines of the Apex campaign. Those who survived were welcome to remain in Kyrus' military, and their performance would stand as testimony to Siren's effectiveness. Why don't they like her, though? Demanded the Archon of Song cease her recruitment practices and that they be allowed to violently subdue her cult of followers. She basically just mind controls people, I'm assuming. Should I take from the Scarlet Chorus? Or conscript beastmen? Add to the list of people who dislike me. Savages have access to the secrets of iron. That is interesting, though. That's giving them knowledge of how to work metal. I feel like if I allow the Cult of Siren to persist, they're probably going to end up being a problem later for me in this story. This, oddly enough, pisses off the fewest people. Taking the conscripted soldiers and just forcing them to work to haul wagons of iron. So the Scarlet Chorus won't have as many soldiers, so they'll be mad at me. But I'm the one who gave them the soldiers in the first place, so they really need to suck it up. Okay. They need... this is tough. I kind of want to kill these guys now because I'm convinced that they're gonna end up killing me later in the game. I'm gonna give weapons to the beastmen. Yeah, I'm gonna arm the beastmen. They're also probably gonna end up killing me now that they have swords and stuff, but on the other hand, they might have a chance of like rebelling. Well, that's gonna be more war. And they're not gonna like me because I'm forcing them to work. Conscript the beastmen. Or draw from the Scarlet Chorus. Beastmen are going to end up being a problem. Oh. Part of me is telling me I got to take out this cult now. Yeah. I feel like that's going to be a problem. That's going to lead to infighting amongst the armies. Goddamn. Goddamn. God damn. She's basically mind controlling people. Basically mind controlling people. That's not good. Could lead to problems down the road. Oh, I don't know. But we do need recruits. And her way isn't necessarily better or worse. Shit. Front lines of the Apex campaign. If I do this, she probably is going to become super powerful and then kill me. God damn. You repurpose these individuals to haul wagons. Okay. God damn. I think I'm gonna arm the beastmen. I'm gonna arm the beastmen because maybe later I'll be able to get them on my side. I'm gonna arm the beastmen. The Scarlet Chorus were overjoyed to learn of a beastman conscription and graciously lent their support to your cause. The local beastmen were subdued and yoked to iron-bearing wagons, where their boundless strength and tirelessness proved critical to the smith mages. The disfavored grew agitated about exposing the secrets of iron to savages. You attempted to allay their concerns, but your words fell flat before a stubborn, uncompromising audience. Yeah, I mean, I basically just armed a group, a tribe, that I also enslaved. So they're not going to like me very much. They're not going to like me. They're not going to be grateful that I taught them the secrets of iron, probably. Let's see. Pick of the armory. Since you aided the production of weapons, commanders of both armies lobbied for additional arms. They offered all manner of bribes to be next in line for fitting session with the masters of the forge. How did you sate this lust for iron? You disfavored have the iron. Oh yeah, so I figured out Outpost. Unfortunately, there is no way to turn off ads. It's always, you either have a choice. You either have a choice to have ads, pre-roll ads at the beginning. It's just a Twitch thing. It's not a channel thing. You can either have ads at the beginning, or you can just have them interrupt the middle of the stream. And I'd rather not have them interrupt. So that's what I went with. But yeah, it's a shame. I wish you could turn them off. But it's just part of the deal of being affiliate, I guess. Pick of the armory. Since you aided the production of weapons, commanders of both armies lobbied for additional arms. Alright, you let the disfavored have the iron, keeping the best tools in the hands of the elite. Scarlet Corps saw the slight as an obvious display of preferential treatment. Give the iron arms to the Scarlet Chorus commanders, knowing they pay very well for any killing tool. Weaponry of such acclaim was typically reserved for the highest disfavored officers, but you were open to changing tradition under the circumstances. You were allowed no changes to the orderly dispensation of iron and punished those who tried to bribe you twice. Ooh. Punish corruption. Guardians 2. Kyrus' armies used Lethian's Crossing as a reprieve from the war. The city grew more crowded as a mercenary army hired by the Archon of Secrets occupied the barracks, where they drained resources and escalated tensions. The disfavored wanted nothing to do with the sellswords, but the Scarlet Chorus sought to invite them into the fold. Okay. The disfavored demanded that the mercenaries be kept far from Kyrus' armies. The righteous occupiers would not deign to share provisions or supplies with degenerate sellswords. You built a separate barracks and mess hall in order to keep the sellswords out of the army's way and enacted strict laws against disorderly conduct. You let the Scarlet Chorus and the mercenaries engage in combat games and challenges, allowed laws against revelry and merriment to go unenforced. Those who won the contests took a greater share of provisions, and sellswords of merit were invited to join Kyrus' army. Get a bit more lax on the laws, because I don't want to turn down the bribes. You know, we want to make a little bit of money in this game, but I think this is okay. I think this is, you know, this should form some camaraderie. Of course, many people probably just die just from these games, and it would also disrupt the status quo, and the people who live there will probably hate me. And let them engage in combat games and challenges. Although I'm probably going to get in trouble with my boss for letting this go on, because I'm guessing these laws are like empire laws, not just city laws. I don't want to be party pooper. I'm gonna let him. Do it. Let them have their fun. Games proved an excellent opportunity to relieve tensions, settle disputes, and guarantee future cooperation between the two forces. Any grievances were resolved by ritual combat, messier than your adjudication, but arguably more entertaining for those outside of the arena. The mercenaries who proved themselves worthy opponents found reward in joining the ranks of the Scarlet Chorus, where many of them carved out positions among the elite fighters. Who controlled crossing? Who did? Tragedy struck when a mercenary hired by the Voices of Nerat injured a forge-bound artisan, leaving him unable to practice his craft. Tinon ordered the mercenaries to leave the city in the hands of Kyros's more responsible servants. Only a token garrison could be left behind while the armies returned to the front. As the disfavored and Scarlet Chorus showed increasing tension and hostility toward each other, Tinon decreed it best that only one force controlled the crossing. Ooh, who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Granted control to the disfavored. So one of these is gonna go off to war and the other's gonna stay behind to control. I worry about the disfavored. Disfavored are probably going to be putting their own... They're going to try to assimilate more. Whereas the Scarlet Chorus, they just let everybody in. I'm going to grant control to Scarlet Chorus, yeah. Uh-oh. Scarlet Chorus flooded Lethian's crossing with overeager and undisciplined recruits. In the first few days of occupation, settlers suffered under rampant theft, murder, rape, and arson. The following week, the hordemen who sowed chaos for personal gain were dead, strung up by the more disciplined half that took up the reins as the self-appointed bosses of Lethian's crossing. Well, that was the wrong choice. I think that was objectively the wrong choice. The forge-bound continued to mint iron weapons and armor, which Kyros's merchants carted to the disfavored garrisons elsewhere in the tiers. Shipments were light or sometimes absent. The Scarlet Chorus's quartermaster claimed ignorance of this matter. Shit. I fucked that up. Big time. I was just afraid like the disfavored were gonna be like just killing whoever's impure or whatever. With the mercenaries expelled and Lethian's crossing under new leadership, Kyros's forces congratulated themselves on bringing order to the settlement and guaranteeing a productive flow of resources. Over the course of this diversion, the army front advanced further into the tiers. Your skills were needed in the realm of Azure, Stalwart, or the Vellum Citadel. Vellum Citadel was a library fortress, the largest archive of the written word in the tiers. The School of Ink and Quill protected and maintained the archive of ancient lore for centuries, standing apart from the political upheavals of the younger realms as an enduring pillar of knowledge and culture. This is the longest intro to a game ever, and I love it. Okay, so... Let's see. Okay, so Azure Kairos dispatch Archon of Stone to subjugate the nation of Azure. Kairos' conquering gaze fell upon the Vellum Citadel, its treasures, its knowledge, its secrets, and then Stalwart with its easily defended position and rich military tradition. The realm of Stalwart was the most formidable realm in the tiers. So this is just who I'm conquering, basically. Knowledge is power. This seems like it'll be the easiest to conquer, probably. Doesn't tell me anything about it, though. I wish it would tell me more. This will give us probably more information, maybe magic stuff. This will probably give us a better military foothold. I think this is probably just pure resources. I'm gonna go with the resources with Azure. It's a big land. 430 TR, year 3 of Kairos' conquest. Sorry, we're no longer in the 420s. The nation of Azure, once the richest settlement, the Tiers, sat on a verdant, fertile plain. As the disfavored clashed with Azure's defenders, the Scarlet Chorus contended against the region's tribal beastmen, who protected their ancestral lands with incredible fury. Kairos dispatched the Archon Cairn to break the stalemate and force Azure into submission. The colossal man of stone and flesh arrived as instructed, but earning his cooperation was a tall order even for you. Who's Cairn? As tall as the hills, Cairn is the Archon of Stone, master of earth and soil, destroyer of mountains and cities. Cairn is the reluctant leader of the Earthshaker Guild, though he is less their teacher and more their object of study. The massive Archon is sworn to graven ash and provides arcane support to the disfavored war effort. Okay, what are we doing here? Stalked by shadows. After a roaming pack of beastmen slaughtered a disfavored patrol, the Scarlet Chorus responded by laying claim to the beasts for their army, while the disfavored readied a company to enact vengeance. The disfavored legion considered the beasts beyond taming, and the butchers of their northern brethren needed to be brought to justice. He denied Scarlet Chorus's spurious claim and authorized the disfavored to enact proper vengeance for their fallen. You denied the disfavored their vengeance and joined the chorus in capturing the beasts. Okay. Scarlet Chorus wants to recruit them. Stalked by shadows. Oh, that's the right one. That's the same one. Destruction of Azure. Cairn, the Archon of Stone, carved a deadly path through Azure, using his powers to blight the land. The Scarlet Chorus complained that his tactics left no farmland to feed the growing army. Since Cairn marched with the disfavored, the Scarlet Chorus held the legion responsible for the destruction and lost harvests. You ruled that the Archon of Stone may do as he wishes with the soil being its natural master, and instructed the Scarlet Chorus to better control their numbers and plan better for the lean seasons. You ordered Cairn's disciples, the disfavored, Earthshakers, to use their magic to repair the arable land destroyed by the I think that's the obvious choice. We need farmland. That's the whole reason we took this province, was to have resources. Man, the disfavored are not going to like me at all. At Cairn's rate of destruction, the lands of Azure would soon be unable to sustain crops, but Kairos wanted a conquered land, not a barren wasteland. The Scarlet Chorus voiced these concerns and you backed them, going so far as to enlist disfavored mages for aid. Though loath to pause their studies and focus on agriculture, the mages grudgingly assented and traveled with the rear guard, working to heal the land as they went. Nice. I feel good about that decision. It's like the one decision I feel I've made so far that's actually good. Oh, Diopus, I totally forgot to send you that link. Here, let me get it now that I'm not in dire need. Where was it? Yes, somebody, it was on this Discord I joined, somebody posted. Where did I write that? Okay, yeah, here it is. Here we go. It's Bishop Paquinus. I don't know what their schedule is, so hopefully it works out for you. Let's see, I stream a chat run game on the weekends, they said, and do homebrewing on Fridays. Okay, cool. So here, I'll just post it in chat just in case anyone is interested. But yes, that's a Twitch streamer that I found on Discord. They do like they play D&D with viewers just through the chat. There's no actual voice communication. It's all through chat. So Outpost, just in case you're not here, Outpost, I'll send you a private message with it, just to make sure you get this. Oh wait, how do I send you a private message? Whisper, there we go. There you go. Okay, you saw it. Awesome. Okay, now back to the game. Let's see here. Cairn's madness. The Archon of Stone refused to join the war camp, loudly denying Kairos' claim over Azure. Nothing less than a full unit of soldiers could subdue the treasonous Archon, yet neither army was willing to risk lives tracking him down. You delivered the order that sent Kairos' forces marching after Cairn. Cairn brought them to victory. The disfavored hailed him as one of their number. With Cairn defied the will of the Overlord, it fell to the disfavored to track him down and get answers. And that kind of makes sense. Scarlet Chorus had the advantage of numbers and speed. You ordered them to deploy their numerous scouts to scour the countryside and find the alleged traitor Cairn. Interesting. I wonder if that's why he was destroying the land. Because he wanted to hurt the Empire. The Archons of Stone went missing during the campaign. As disfavored mages busied themselves with the search for Cairn, the Scarlet Chorus forced the mages into combat against their will, during which 2 were slain. Furious at the waste of trained specialists, the disfavored demanded the Scarlet Chorus be punished. Liberate the captive mages. I'm not gonna wait on that one. I'm gonna go after Cairn. I'm gonna send the disfavored after him. He's their guy, so I figure they should be the ones to get him back. Subduing a wayward Archon was a larger task than rank and file soldiers could manage on their own. The disfavored scouts returned to camp after a long journey, bringing news of irregular rock formations and beastmen chanting Cairn's name. They found neither hide nor hair of the Archon of Stone, but his presence and impact on the Azure wilderness were evident. Unease spread through the army as Kairos' forces wondered what Cairn's actions could mean. I guess I failed. The Edict of Stone. The Archon of Stone made brazen declarations that Kairos had no claim to rule the tiers. Soon after, word arrived that Kairos would dispatch this rebellious minion with an edict. Oh, edicts are powerful. Edict. Kairos' most powerful magic is that of the Edict. Commandments cast upon whole regions that can control and destroy man and nature alike. Once cast, an edict can rain fire, wither crops, demoralize cities, usher in endless night, or do whatever it is that Kairos envisioned. No known force, magical or mundane, can stop an edict, though each edict is often worded to include some condition or contingency that will see its end. Some edicts have been short-lived, delivering days of wanton catastrophe, just as many have lingered for centuries. Wow, that's super powerful. The disfavored took solace in knowing the edict was coming, and the commanders petitioned you to be the bearer of justice. Tunon selected you for the honor of proclaiming Kairos' Edict of Stone, a magical spell with the power to destroy the Archon. As he sensed his approaching doom, Cairn began an assault on Plainsgate, the largest human settlement of the area. It fell to you to send Kairos' forces into a suicide mission to halt Cairn's destruction while you completed the proclamation of the edict. So is it literally like a piece of paper you just read from, like a spell scroll? I'm gonna have to decide which force to send to their death. Knowing there was little chance of survival, you ordered the disfavored to march against the Archon of Stone as he neared the city of Plainsgate. You hoped that the elite of Kairos' armies would delay Cairn long enough for you to read the Overlord's edict. Believing that there was a slight chance that their superior numbers could hold off the Archon of Stone, you sent the Scarlet Chorus to delay Karen's march on Plains Gate. You hoped you'd have enough time to read Kairos' edict before Karen reached the city. You believed the only chance of slowing Karen's assault was to commit the full force of Kairos' armies against him. It was a desperate gamble. If you were wrong, there'd be no one left alive to warn the other Archons of your failure. Shit. Still, you ordered both Disfavored and Scarlet Chorus forces to march against the Archon of Stone while you read the Overlord's edict. Decimate the entire army? I mean, if I choose one of them, I imagine that entire force is just going to be decimated. If I send all of them, they're probably all going to be decimated. Shit. I'm going to send all of them. I'm just going to go full frontal assault. Here goes. The Disfavored and Scarlet Chorus alike questioned the wisdom of this command. Right. You were uncompromising. This approach was the only guarantee to halt the Archon's destruction. The Disfavored phalanx shattered under Karen's fury, and the Scarlet Chorus mob was reduced to a smear under his foot. The city of Plainsgate suffered little damage at all, as the armies kept Karen occupied. That's good. A small beacon of hope among the devastation. As you read the Edict of Stone, the earth under the battlefield groaned open, splitting up outcroppings of rock that obliterated the surrounding landscape for miles. When the land heaved open to take Cairn, the Archon allowed it with serene acceptance. Shit. I did save the city, though. You don't have to make the city look like it's broken. With the lands blighted and unrecognizable, the realm of Azure was left utterly ruined by the events of the war. In times to come, the Tears would call this blasted region the Stone Sea, for the treacherous rock formations and persistent quakes became the defining features of this once verdant land. Fuck. The Scarlet Chorus established a sprawling camp in the shattered rocky terrain and quickly absorbed those displaced by the upheaval of the land. These hapless refugees were put to work as slaves and soldiers, and the Chorus slowly built themselves a makeshift fortress in the blighted, quake-ridden realm. Your tour of duty in the broken lands of Azure was complete. You didn't have long to rest before Tunon called you into service. The whole reason we went there was to use his resources, and now it's just gone. Fuck. So I wonder if I'd gone to the library, if the library would have just been completely destroyed. I probably should have gone to the fortress. Nobody cares if a fortress is destroyed. Shit. I think pretty much anywhere the war touches, it's gonna be completely destroyed or changed. Well, I'm glad I didn't go to the library now. Conquest complete. Fuck. You've reached the end of Kairos' conquest. Do you want to continue or erase your progress and start over? I feel like we should commit to our decisions, so as much as that sucks, I think we gotta do this. Just completely obliterated an entire country. No big deal. Using consumable in combat happens instantly. It doesn't send your characters into recovery.
The year is 431, and Kairos' invasion has shattered all major opposition in the tiers. The Younger Realms, the Bastard Tier, the Free Cities. All who defied Kairos lay broken by battle, or bowed in surrender. The two armies of the Overlord, the Disfavored and the Scarlet Chorus, now control our lands. But our will is not yet extinguished. Not entirely. In the Valley of Vendrian's Well, those of us unwilling to bow to Kairos have banded together in defiance. Violating an oath of surrender from 2 years prior, We have staged a bloody uprising, murdering the disfavored and Scarlet Chorus garrison in a midnight assault. With their main forces spread across the tiers, the disfavored and Scarlet Chorus redeploy to Vendrian's Well to crush the resistance. But months pass with no definitive battle. As disagreement and discord paralyze the Archons, we bide our time and wait for our message of insurrection to spread across the tiers. The Overlord is not amused, and Kairos has one message for the Archons: crush the Oathbreakers or die. Kairos backs this threat with an edict, a magical commandment that can slay all in the valley should the order be ignored. The honor of proclaiming this edict fell to you. Sent across the mountains to Vendrian's Well, you carry the Overlord's edict to read before the Archons. As you finally make your way through the winding mountain passes into the valley, the ground trembles, and Kairos' magic seals the way behind you. You are trapped in Vendrian's Well, with Kairos' armies and the Oathbreakers. The only way to survive is to fulfill the terms of the Overlord's edict, in any way that you can.
So I have to bring peace, or do we all die? Fatebinder Rhombus, I presume. We've been expecting you.
On it.
How do I... There's got to be an easier way to look around. Is it going to give me any instructions on that front? Aurora. Kairos the Overlord be praised. When I heard the avalanche, I feared the valley was sealed with you on the other side. The disfavored warrior claps her gauntlet to her breastplate, the traditional salute of her legion. We were told a Fatebinder was coming, and though our commanders will not say why, it seems obvious. Graven Ash and the voices of Nerat can agree on nothing, least of all battle plans to wipe out the Oathbreakers. I trust you bring orders from Tunon that will break this deadlock. Voices of Nerat is the Archon of Secrets. Known in his official capacity as the Archon of Secrets, the Voices of Nerat is equal parts genius and madman. Rumors abound that he can steal the minds of others, though few, if any, are alive to confirm as much. The subjects of his interrogation are never heard from again. The Archon is able to recall the memories of his victims with startling accuracy. He is the inconsistent leader of the Scarlet Chorus, vacillating between commanding from the vanguard and directing his armies in absentia. Despite his strange methods, no one doubts that the Voices of Nerat is an accomplished strategist, even suggesting that his madness stems from thinking hundreds, perhaps thousands of steps ahead of his enemies. Okay. I trust you bring orders from Tunon that will break this deadlock. I come bearing an edict of Kairos. Can you hear that hum in the air? That glow around the rocks? The avalanche is Kairos' magic. The Overlord has sealed the valley. 21 lore skill experience. Nice. Your senses see more than mine, good Fatebinder. I do not pretend to know much about such things, but if that was Kairos' magic and you're here on important business, well, you don't have to be the Archon of Secrets to guess that you're here to proclaim an edict. What does Kairos have in store for the enemy? 10 years of festering plague? An edict of twisted bones? I'm not going to tell her. She's a lower down. I'm just going to... I am in a hurry to deliver a message to the Archons. Well, you've traveled a long way. I won't keep you any further. I'm sure the Archons will want to hear from you at... Her voice falls silent, her attention snapping eastward with alarm. Did you hear that? More runners. 3rd time this week. The Oathbreakers keep trying to send messengers through the mountains to gather help from the outside valley. She points over to the collapsed path by which you arrived. But they're a bit too late for that now. Come, let's show these Oathbreakers a good fight. Oh, I hope I don't... I should mention this. I'm playing on permadeath. So, if I die here, I completely die. Which would be very anticlimactic for the stream. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. For the glory of Kairos. Wait, it's not going to give me any instructions, is it, on how to play? Is there a tutorial menu? Journal. Welcome to Ruin. You've arrived at the outskirts of Vendrian's Well, at the old remains of the Edgering Fort. Just as one of the Crescent Runners was getting you up to speed on the situation, the Vendrian Guard attacked. Help Kairos' forces fight back the rebel assault. Let's see what to say about Vendrian's Well. Vendrian's Well is the name of the central plateau of the Tears, a mountain-ringed valley of rivers, floodplains, and scattered farmland, once ruled by House Vendrian of the realm of Apex. At the heart of the valley is the mountain spire, and at the base of this massive stone structure is an old citadel built centuries ago and largely left unused until recent times. Vendrian Guard is an army of landlocked realm of Apex. Army of the landlocked realm of Apex. Defenders of the central region of the Tears. Named for House Vendrian, the ruling dynasty of Apex, the Guard has a reputation for being as resilient and stubborn as the mountains themselves. Ostensibly beaten by Kairos' armies and forced to surrender in 429, the Vendrian Guard resurfaced in 431, brazenly defying the Overlord's rule. Kairos demands victory at Vendrian's Well. As Fatebinder of Tunon, you are tasked with delivering Kairos' edict to the Archons of the Disfavored and the Scarlet Chorus. You must defeat the rebellious Vendrian Guard soon, or everyone in the valley, allies and enemies alike, will die. Travel to the Disfavored Camp. Make your way southeast through the Edgering Fort and travel to the Disfavored Camp, where Graven Ash and the Voices of Nerat are meeting to discuss their strategy. Okay, is there any... Oh, whoa, I have like a full... This is just probably a recap of everything. Gosh. Well, let's jump into it then. Biography. Though I had some formal training in combat, I never expected to see battle anywhere more exciting than the antechamber of a noble estate. They hire broad shoulders like me as bodyguards or debt collectors, but Tunon has something different in mind. He sees the potential in everyone, which isn't always a good thing. If I keep my nose to the grindstone and focus on the book learning, I'll hopefully live up to whatever unrealistic standard he has set for me. Time will tell. Conquest. Between the rigorous training, the broad education, the constant oversight by the adjudicator, my colleagues, and sensing Bled Mark lurking in the corner all the while, the life of a Fatebinder is a harder life than most would expect. I think Tunon does that to his students intentionally, to keep us anxious, guessing, and competitive. Even if we are some of the most respected folk in the Empire, Tunon likes to keep us humble. Like is too strong a word for whatever pale imitation of emotion lurks behind his inscrutable mask. I've gotten this far with Tunon's confidence. Let's see how much farther I can go. Tunon has awarded me an unheard of honor, the opportunity to accompany Kairos' forces on the campaign south. He says that I'm to represent Kairos' law on the savage frontier and pave the way for his civilizing hand. I'll have some military authority at my disposal, but Graven Ash and the Voices of Nerat will be the architects of this conquest. Mostly I'll be there to observe the wartime operations and settle any disagreements as they arise. I know that the Southerners will only accept Kairos' peace, kicking and screaming, so here's to hoping I can make the transition a smooth one for us all. In 428 TR we marched on the Tears, laying waste to their makeshift army. The Disfavored showed the enemy how breeding and tactics can outclass any purchased defenders. As our victories stacked up, we needed a plan for the prisoners of war crowding our jails. The chorus numbers were looking a little thin, so I give the Voices of Nerat a new crop of soldiers from the former enemy defenders. When our enemies gathered at the walls of the bastard city, I led a direct assault on the fortified gates. The Disfavored's relentless and uncompromising brutality won the day. Safety in numbers has kept me alive long enough to see the fall of the bastard city. That in and of itself is something to tell the family. This was an important victory, hopefully the first of many. Now that Tunon has established his court in the vacant throne room, and summoned the other fate binders. He's sending me to accompany the army while he tidies up the new city. Alright, I'm guessing in the middle of battle is probably not the best time to recount all my many victories. But I currently have no idea how to play this game. And I'm in a battle. And I'm worried that it's not going to give me any tutorials. Okay, cannot change difficulty while in combat. That's fair. Is there a... What? Oh, because it's on expert. Oh, does that mean no tutorials, though? Shit. I thought it would just be like, you know, UI elements. But no tutorials? Fuck. Okay, I have to be very careful because I only have one life. And I have no idea how to play this game. So we have an enemy here. Honor guard. Their health is just uninjured. Okay, let's see. Dodge 20, parry 47. They have pretty high endurance defense, but very low will defense. Low to will and magic, and they have low armor. Okay, armor against pierce damage, yes. Armor against slash damage. So bludgeoning is probably gonna do well. Oh, right click to lock, okay. One enemy's engaged, okay. It's the first battle, so hopefully it won't be too hard. Shield Slam, Titan's Touch, Warrior's Respite. Okay, use that if that gets too... These are just the ones I already have equipped. I have that equipped. Guessing I have my sword and shield. Oh, is that stealth? Stealth toggle. Okay, no, I don't want it. Formation. Can't make supplies. Is there... Oh, here we go. Tutorials. Here we go. I'm just going to have to do it this way, I guess. Wow. That's a lot of stuff. Okay, I know this is boring, but I will literally die. I will just... I mean, Tristan won't die, but Rhombus will die. If I don't play this correctly, and I have no idea how difficult this battle is going to be, so I'm just going to assume it's going to be very difficult. And we're going to read tutorials now. All abilities and spells in Tyranny have a cooldown timer that determines how often they can be used in combat. Some abilities have short cooldowns, can be used multiple times for combat. Others recover more slowly. The quickness attribute reduces the cooldown time of spells and abilities. Ability cooldowns reduce while the party travels through an area and when resting. Traveling between areas on the world map does not affect cooldown times. Okay. Armor. Oh, it's like cutting off the top here. Armor. All attacks that do damage have to overcome the target's armor. An enemy's armor... What does it say about armor? An enemy's armor reduces the incoming damage by the listed amount down to a minimum of 1 point. Some armor is stronger at defending against some types of damage than others. Most enemies are strong against 1 or 2 damage types and weak against a similar number. Slash, pierce, crush, burn, frost, shock, corrode, and arcane. Some abilities do raw damage, which ignores armor. Sometimes a weapon or spell simply isn't well suited to penetrating an enemy's armor. When the attack hits, the armor will wipe out all but 1 point of the incoming damage. You'll hear your character complain about it when it happens. Take heed, note the damage type that's being blocked. Switch to a weapon or spell that does a different damage type. Okay. I don't think I have any artifacts yet. Attribute points. Camping supplies, character recovery. All characters, friend and foe, must recover after every action they take in combat. This recovery timer is displayed above each character in combat. The length of recovery time varies based on the character, the weapon they are wielding, the armor they have equipped, and the attack, ability, or spell they just used. If you use an action to a character and want to cancel it, you can press X with that character selected. Once an action has progressed far enough, it cannot be canceled. Okay. Combat. Okay, Tyranny uses a pausable real-time combat system. Because you will often manage more than one character at a time, it's a good idea to pause the game, issue orders, and resume real-time to see the orders play out. The options menu also contains many choices for automatic pausing when certain conditions are met, e.g. the start of combat. Press spacebar to pause and unpause the game. Your character can always perform basic attacks using their equipped weapon or their fists if fighting unarmed. Characters also have special abilities and spells they can use in combat. When a character is selected, their ability bar displays their hotkeyed abilities. As new abilities and spells are gained, they are automatically added to the ability bar. All of your character's abilities and spells can be accessed by selecting the category icon at the bottom of the selected frame. Abilities are grouped into talents, spells, combo abilities, artifact abilities, reputation abilities, and stances. Category icons for weapon sets and quick items follow. To use an ability, left-click on the ability icon or press a hotkey corresponding to its location on the ability bar. Your cursor will change to indicate whether your mouse is over a valid target for the ability. If the cursor has a red X in the corner, you are not over a valid target. If the cursor has a pair of feet in the corner, you will need to move closer to the target to use the ability. For abilities that target party members, healing spells, buffs, etc., you can click on the party portraits to target the ability on that party member. Press escape at any time to cancel targeting ability. All characters in the game, friend and foe, have 5 primary defenses against attacks: parry, dodge, endurance, will, and magic. These defenses are based on the character's attributes, equipped items, and other effects. A character's accuracy is based on their skill with the type of weapon they are wielding. Accuracy is compared to the appropriate defenses when the attack is made to determine how likely it is that the attack will hit. There are 4 possible results from attack: hit, critical hit, graze, and miss. A critical hit increases your damage, while a graze reduces it. With each attack, you gain experience, and the weapon skills used to make the attack. Even a miss will gain some experience. I think this is probably going to be the same as Pillars of Eternity, where it like rolls a d100 and subtracts the defense. All attacks in Tyranny compare the attacker's accuracy value to 1 of 5 defenses. Accuracy is defined primarily by the attacker's skill, that type. When attack is made, the attacker's accuracy is compared to the appropriate defense on the target to determine how the attack roll will be modified. If accuracy is above the target's defense, more likely to be okay. I think it's probably like Pillars of Eternity. So it rolls a d100. It adds your accuracy, and then it subtracts their defense. And if the result is higher than 50, it's a hit, I think. If it's higher than 25, it's like a graze. If it's higher than 50, it's a hit. If it's higher than 100, it's a critical hit. I think that's how it works. Ooh, when you have companions in your party, you are able to execute unique and powerful abilities called companion combos. These abilities allow 2 characters to act in concert to create powerful effect. Try using the Blood-Soaked Stone combo ability against Tarkus Demos. When a companion combo ability is activated, you will see that the icon above each character's head is set to the same ability. The combo will begin when each character is out of recovery, when the blue circle around the ability icon is gone. Okay. Can we channel into your combo abilities? Okay, I don't think I have that yet. Oh yeah, where did I change their AI? You'll need to balance your strengths. While it is possible to adventure alone, you will find the game more rewarding with a well-balanced party. There are now 2 characters in your party and both are selected. Any commands you issue will now affect both party members. To select a single party member, click on their selection circle, their portrait, or press F1 to select the player character, F2 to select verse. To select multiple party members, click and hold anywhere on the screen and drag the marquee over the circles of the party members you'd like to include. You can either control your new companion directly, or you can enable their AI and have them attack and use their abilities automatically. Once their AI is enabled, you can always select them, tell them to attack a specific enemy or use an ability, as they will follow your orders. If you right-click on the AI button, you can see the AI settings for your party members. You can set the auto-attack behavior of each character, which determines how they attack enemies. For companions, you can also choose AI packages that determine how you will use abilities in combat. Okay, extremely complicated. Burst has several stance abilities that provide her with different benefits in combat. Stances are modal abilities. Okay, I don't have that yet. This looks pretty... You scored a crit. A crit is a better result than a hit, and more likely to occur when the attacker's accuracy is higher than the target's defense. Attacks that deal damage will do more damage on a crit. A crit of a hit is supremely successful attack and will increase both damage. 5% minimum chance to crit. Okay. It's just like a d20. This is like D&D. One of your party members has been hit with a disengagement attack. A disengagement attack occurs when one character is engaging another character in combat. Okay, it's just like D&D. Okay. I see. Okay, I'm hoping it's going to be just like Pillars of Eternity. I feel like some of these are spoilers. It's probably like normal isometric RPGs. Okay, hopefully that's all I need to know. Wounded is when the health bar next to the portrait start to increase, or it drops low enough they will gain a wound and the health bar will turn to red. Wounded characters have their maximum health reduced. Wounds are removed when the party rests or when a character levels up. Okay, anything else I need to know? Okay. So it's pierce damage on this. Okay. You're not a tank, so you're gonna go back here and you're gonna move.
Can't do that.
No, 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 no. I wanted you to go. Oh my gosh. No, no. Okay, so you can attack this guy. Maybe it's still set to. Or do I not have control of her? I guess I don't have control of her yet. Yeah, I can't change her AI at all. Okay, so well, you can just go here. Maybe 2 meters. It's saying she's not a valid target. Allied target. Yeah, it's showing an X. Okay.
Sorry, I can't.
He's using an ability. Oh shit, don't die. Can I use this on her now? No, I can use it on myself. Okay.
Sorry, I can't.
Sorry, I can't. That's not what I like to hear. Do I have any other abilities? Got a healing potion at least. I want to use. Oh, hold on. I want to use rest. This guy has resistance to pierce, right? So I feel like my shield bash is probably going to be the best option.
On it.
Okay, I did set it to pause, like anytime anything happens, because I played games like this where instantly you will just die and not even know why. Oh, that, see him get hit in the face there? Okay, that's good. I need to go check on my laundry. I'll be back in just a minute. We are back. I just bashed this guy in the face. So this is our combat. I should enlarge that a bit. Yeah, weapon ineffective. But I did 5 crushing damage. How he's injured. Okay, so 5 damage was enough to injure him. I don't know like how many health tiers there are, but hopefully injured is like half. Okay, he's dazed. Do I have another weapon set? Just my staff. But it does do crush damage. It does more crush damage. This is 7 to 10 slash and pierce versus parry, whereas this is 14 to 15 crush? I guess it's slower. Oh yeah, it's way slower, but I still feel like in the time it takes me to do the same amount of, yeah, I'm gonna switch to this. I'm just gonna whack him with the staff. Okay, combat time. What does combat time mean? Melee engage, rhombus, okay. Oh, but now I don't have my shield equipped. Combat time. What is combat time? Spellcast. Character hit rhombus. But it didn't tell me what damage he did. How much damage did he do? Character hit rhombus. Character damaged rhombus. Oh, here we go. Grazes rhombus for 9 slashing. Wow, he's doing way more damage to me than we are to him. Okay. It's saying 7 crushing damage, but and his dodge is lower than Pierce, so I feel like this is a better choice. Hold on, though. Is this a ranged weapon that I'm using? Range 8 meters. Oh, it is. Ah, crap. He got me with a opportunity attack. But I might as well use it. It does more damage. I don't really care about this lady. Sorry for all the pausing. Okay, maybe this is too much pausing. What is... Character hit, character damaged. Character death, spellcast. Yeah, those are all good. Destroyed. Oh, I see. So it's after a fixed interval. Okay, that's a bit too much, I think. I'll do 15 just in case. Extraordinary defense. Stop party enemies spotted. Weapon effective. Low health. Melee engage. Okay. That's better. Still says weapon ineffective, but it's the most effective weapon I have. He's badly injured now. How much damage has he taken? He's taken, since the start of combat, yeah, he does way more damage to us than we do to him. She did 9 damage with her shield, 9 crushing damage. That's the first attack. And then that's 1 for 10, 15, 16, 16, 17, 17 plus 7, so it's gonna be 24. And then another 4, so 28. He's at 28 damage so far. Missed. Jeez, he does so much damage. Hold up. She's just injured though. She's doing pretty good. How much health do I have? 87. Okay, it's not bad. Shield bash. Nice. For 2 and 4, so that's 28 up to 34 now. 34 damage. Yeah, her sword does nothing. 34, 38 damage. This guy's now near death at 38. So maybe he's got 40 health. I should actually lock this into place. There we go. Can I move this around? No. Just using thrust. Piercing. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of the combat time. Auto pause. That's not really useful at all. Okay, so she hit him with thrust. But even thrust only does 1 piercing damage. It's nothing. Okay, and she healed herself for 9 health. So he's still at 39 damage now. For 7. Yeah, this weapon's way better. 7 damage. So he's at 46 now. Still not dead. Another 47. Why isn't it pausing anymore? Maybe because it's not my character that's being attacked? So, it's 37. 38. It was 37, then it was 38. Oh, you can see the calculation here. So my accuracy is 25. His defense is 20, so that brings the total to 5, a +5 bonus, and a roll of 49. And so 49 is 49 plus the 5. Okay, I see. So if you roll 1 to 5, it's a miss. If you roll 6 to 32, it's a graze. If you roll 33 to 95, it's a hit. And if you roll higher than 96, it's a crit. And so I had 25 accuracy. Divided by 2 plus a bonus of -2. I don't know what that is. And then his dodge is 20, and he has no bonuses. I don't know what advantage means. So I rolled a 49, it's just a regular hit then. Okay, didn't really make a difference in that case. So he was around 50 health, I think. I just hit him again with another 7, and then he died. You've gained Wrath with the Vendrian Guard. I'm not happy about that. That's 1 down. Oh, let's check further along the path for more. Oh, God. Oh, God. There's got to be a better way to scroll. Controls. Oh, here it's the WADs. It's the WADs keys.
Can't do it.
The avalanche has us blocked. Think you could fit through the rubble? Let's see. Squeeze through gap. I'm not big enough. That's right. Okay, we better go fast. Okay, let's see what you got. No defenses. No defenses. Just armor against fire and cold. Oh, fire and arcane, actually. So let's switch weapons. Let's attack you. Let's daze you with a shield slam. Can I move this from the other side? No, I'm not going to bother. Okay. There's a lot going on. Rhombus hits Sun Shoulder for 10 damage. She's dazed for 220. What does daze do? Can I check the... I'll check the details of days. His recovery increased by 50%. Oh, so the time to recover. So they're not actually out of the battle, they just attack slower. Okay. And I did 10 damage to her, so she just has 10 damage. Maybe use thrust. Okay. Versus her parry. She does a pretty good parry, but she's worse dodge. But I don't think that's going to matter at this point. Let's go for it. Actually, I should do this to myself. Oh, hey Leo, how's it going? Go ahead and give yourself that downtown day.
Right.
Okay, cast Honor Guard. Can I zoom out? Oh yeah, I can zoom out quite a bit. Let's see how much damage these guys do. Stone Shield grazes Honor Guard, 1 slashing. So these guys also... Do they have... Oh no, I want you to attack your... What does he got? He's got no defense. This guy has 2. Okay, so the Honor Guards have high defense. The Sun Soldiers do not. Okay. Oh, did I not... Did I cast this on myself? Can I see... Do I have status effects on myself? No, I didn't cast it. Okay.
Sorry.
Sorry?
I can't.
Sorry, you can't? What do you mean you can't?
Will do.
There. Give me that might, yeah. Did that heal me? Whoa. Activates Titan's Touch. My health went up. I guess because it raises my vitality? Perhaps? I have no idea. I've never played this game. I don't know anything about this game. I don't even know what's real. Is this a game? Oh, we're just going to attack this person. Actually, we're going to
Will do.
use an ability on them because why not? Oh, did they kill that guy? No, he's just attacking. Okay, so he casts Stone Shield and Stone Shield Bash. Is that who this guy is? Stone Shield? Okay, so he's on our side. That's good. Okay. Okay. I think I've only done 23 damage to this guy so far. Awesome, cool. What you playing these days? I just beat Control last night, or the night before then? Can't remember. It was a very good game. I'm just starting this game, Tyranny. I don't know if you are a fan of these kinds of RPGs at all, but it was well recommended. Other than that, I don't know anything about it. Okay. So they've only done 3 damage to me, so these guys aren't very strong. I did 13, so I've done 23 damage to this one so far. So, and they're injured. So hopefully that's about half health. I have a feeling they're probably the same amount. They're still dazed, I believe. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go for regular attacks.
Right.
Just attack him. What did I get there? Graze, 6 slashing. So 23, 29 damage now. It's badly injured. Okay. These guys are doing like no damage to each other. Baldur's Gate. Yeah, me too. I've never actually played Baldur's Gate. I have it. I have the enhanced edition, Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. But I have yet to play it. But yes, I've heard it's very, very good. And Baldur's Gate 3 is out too, but the Larian Studios made it. I've heard that Baldur's Gate 3 has like a pretty hefty dungeon master mode, so you can play like multiplayer. It is good, eh? Yeah. Yeah, I've heard you can play multiplayer with a dungeon master, so like the dungeon master is like literally controlling the game as you play. And it looks super interesting. I'd be down to try that. Like I'm interested in making games in general, so I feel like it would be a good kind of tutorial for that. It's AD&D. Good old Thaco? Did they add a multiplayer model? You auto hate it. Yeah, I hear it's very different. It's more based on like Divinity Original Sin. Those games. It's the same system basically. Which I also haven't played. I have those games, but I've just never gotten around to playing them. But Divinity Original Sin also has, at least the second one has a Dungeon Master mode as well. But it's very cool. I do like how you can, if you play multiplayer, your characters can kind of go off on their own, and they can even kind of undermine each other. So you could have like a chaotic character who's like stealing from the same noble that you're trying to help. And like they will have their own story elements going on simultaneously. I really like that element. I definitely want to try that. But I have not played it yet, so I don't know if it's any good. Okay, so yeah, these guys are just doing 1 damage to each other because he is. Let's see, yeah, he has armor against Pierce and Crush, and he has armor against Pierce and Slash, and they're basically both using piercing weapons. So they're just doing 1 damage at a time. This guy is barely damaged, I think. Barely injured, yeah. Although he's not doing too well. Okay. Oh, it is good, yeah. Nice, yeah. Definitely have to check it out. Solasta. Oh, cool. Yeah, I was mentioning, like, I wonder how much time it is before we have, like, fully 3D, like, VR D&D. Like, a virtual tabletop, but it's just for D&D, and you just instantly just drop in, you know, environments and enemies on the fly. But like it's like an actual video game. Like it's not just you still have to roll the dice yourself, but like you are just like running around and casting spells in real time. That'd be super cool. It's legit D&D. They already have it? Do you mean like Tailspire? Because I know Tailspire is like a 3D tabletop, but it's still just more like a tabletop than it is an actual video game. Only 3 piercing damage. Yeah, exactly. Drop in enemies, arrange, like set up situations. Exactly. Either first person or third person, but like a really like fast-paced like action RPG, not just Skyrim with a DM. Yeah, exactly. That would be super cool. I'm sure it's possible. Like nowadays with the technology they have, it's probably now pretty easy. And I've been learning I've been like watching tutorials on how to use Unreal Engine 5. And it's like surprisingly easy, like easy and cheap to make a very realistic 3D environment. Like you just like can get all these free assets and like instantly create like a medieval town. So I feel like if they can do that, and it looks super realistic, like they have a new lighting software that just like is incredibly photorealistic. It's so breathtaking. So I feel like if they have that, then it's just a matter of time before we have live virtual D&D. Dungeonland. Okay. Yeah, I mean, even something like with crappy graphics like this would be pretty cool. But yeah, I'd be very interested to see like an action RPG done that way. Okay, they're not doing much damage to me. I think I should be fine for this fight because this guy's not taking any damage either. Oh, I've not been keeping track of the damage though. I had 23. Yeah, it was 23 plus 6, so 29 plus another 7. So I'm at 36. No. Yes, 36. 36, and they are badly injured. Okay. I have a feeling it's 50. I should mention, if you weren't here earlier, I'm playing on hard mode. And I'm playing on expert mode, which means there's no tutorials beyond, like, the game guide. And then on top of that, I'm playing on permadeath mode, like Iron Man mode or whatever it's called. So if I die, I have to start the whole game over. I actually did this mode in Pillars of Eternity, and I did die. And, like, I got super far, and I just died. And it was all over, and I have not played the game again since. But I like it. It's more immersive. You gotta be a bit more careful with your choices. You can't just be like, oh, kill a dragon? Yeah, that sounds like fun. What are they doing, Spellguts? Cleaving Strike. Okay. Let's see what Cleaving Strike does. Oh, it killed him. Okay. Oh, what was I at? I was at 40. Okay, they definitely have around 50 health, because he was at 46, I think. I just hit him for 8. So that would be about 44 damage. Okay, I'm going to take out the weak guys first. What does Cleaving Strike do? Can I tell? Cleaving Strike. Doesn't say how much damage he did. Oh, 15 damage with Cleaving Strike. 15 slash damage, and this guy does not have resistance to slash damage, no. Okay, so I guess Cleaving Strike is just a slashing attack. I feel like I should shield bash this guy, but then I'm going to be in melee range with him, which is not good. So I'm just going to attack him. Although, yeah, though, if he has the slashing attack, he's the bigger threat. So I think I am going to just daze this guy. Okay. I don't even know if there's flanking in this game. Shield slam to you, sir. Want you on the daze.
I got it.
That's good because he's vulnerable to crush. Ooh. I grazed him. Does that mean that the effect is not as long? Or it doesn't apply the effect at all? Hold on. Shield slam. I don't think it affected him. Maybe because it is a graze. Okay, damn. Hold on. Let's just kill him. Yeah, he's not dazed at all. Damn.
Right.
He's using thrust. Oh, we both use the same ability at the same time. Hit him for 15 damage. Okay. I don't know if flanking does anything, but might as well try. I don't need that, no. So 15, now 8 damage. They're at 20. That'd be 23. And I should... Oh yeah, my vitality's gone.
I got it.
Oh, he's using the slashing thing. Damn. This guy's gonna die. I gotta at least take out this one before he dies. Yeah, we should be focusing this guy down. I don't know why you've been attacking that other guy. Okay, I hit him for another 11, and he also hit it for 11, so they gotta be close to death.
Will do.
Oh, nice. Oh, how are they not dead? Only hit for 1? Did you just roll bad? Yeah. Damn. Okay, good. Okay, this guy's taking a little bit of damage. Let's daze him again.
Right.
Did 3 slashing. Did that not hit him? Missed him, yeah. Okay. In that case, I'm going to switch to my... Oh, I gotta wait until my ability finishes, okay. some crush damage because he has no crush resistance and his dodge is worse than his parry.
I got it.
Shoot him. Nice. 9 crushing damage. Man, this guy is barely holding on to life. He's doing 1 damage and the enemy does 11 every time. Another 1 damage. Weapon's ineffective. Okay, another 9, so that's 18. He's got to be close to death, yeah. Yeah, they have 50 health. It's got to be. Nice. Annihilated Honor Guard. I like the sound of that.
On it.
Can I search his body? Sun Shoulder's Javelin. Okay. Could be useful. Don't bother with me. Go down to the pass, Drastus. The soldier clutches his gut and winces. You can see a hint of entrails between his fingers. You're wounded, and it's not trivial. He laughs through clenched teeth. This, but a scratch. I've seen twice as worse, 10 times over. He doubles over in pain, gagging and shivering. If you'll let me help. I said I'm fine. The soldier moans and shakes his head. Graven Ash protects. You go on and help the others. Okay. Ooh, we got more battles. Scarlet Fury. Is that my ally? No, these are my allies. These are my friends. Okay. Verse Scarlet Fury. Okay. Oh, I see. They're with the other army. There's a Scarlet, whatever, and then the Disavowed or whatever. Okay. Sun Soldier, Sun Soldier, Sun Soldier. Okay, they're all the same. So let's just focus fire this one. Maybe daze them a little bit.
Can't do that.
Oh, what?
Try and catch me, worm.
A young Scarlet Fury weaves around the Vendrian Guard attackers, avoiding their weapons with fluid grace. She nods to acknowledge you. A breathless enemy soldier passes a glance to her countrymen. This one's crazy. Too much lead in her water. We should cut our losses and turn back.
Ha! Fate Finder. You're here at last. Here to join me in putting these cowards out of their misery.
That depends. Who are you? No, save something for me. For the realm of Apex, charge! The Vendrian Guard level their weapons and advance. Okay, I got 3 of these dooblies. Okay, she's going for this one. Let's focus fire this one. Oh, and I have two abilities now. 2 people. Skewer. Both of her weapons do the target penetrating armor. So it does 10 to 13 slash, 10 to 13 pierce. So it does both at the same time. Okay. Burning Iron. 13 to 17 pierce slash fire. That's versus dodge. This is versus parry. Ooh, blood-soaked stone. Coordinate with knock your target prone, then follow up with a strong bleeding attack. Let's do that. Scarlet poison. Target versus endurance poisoned. Okay. Inflicted upon an enemy, scarlet poison causes lasting damage. Rot Spear. When crushed between the teeth, Rot Spear seeds increase the soldier's might at the cost of inspiring frenzied rage. Okay. Wait, so I want you to attack you. You are going to attack you. Combat start, here we go. They're casting Heroism. Oh, crap. Oh yeah, you're not using a very good weapon, are you? Piercing, these guys are... No, they have no resistances. So piercing should work. Why is it saying weapon ineffective? Oh, I want you to attack here. Okay. Let's try this combo. Blood-soaked stone.
Ready?
Okay, they did 4 piercing to her. I really wish I could get them to attack me. Oh, nice. Did that kill him? Rhombus hit. Okay, so Verse hits him for 13, then 25. So that's going to be 38 damage so far. An additional bleeding effect for 6 damage. Nice. So that's 38 plus 6. They're dead, basically. They're dead. 30, what's 38 plus 6? It is 44. Okay, so in that case, I'm going to start to daze this person. Actually, oh yeah, I'll daze you first.
Work.
You can finish him off.
Bill, you're...
Okay, Rhombus. Oh, did it not queue up its ability? Wish you could queue up several abilities at a time. Oh, nice, they bled to death. Did they bleed to death? Oh no, she just attacked again. Okay. Are you attacking yet? What's going on?
On it.
Oh, stance red geyser. It's bonus damage to your next attack equal to 50% of the damage received from... Forgot she has this stance ability. How do I change her stance? Oh. Focus on striking with precision. Attacks become more accurate, and Skewer, Gravedigger, and Pig on a Spit abilities are empowered. Her battle meditative stance that focuses on dodging enemy attacks. Yeah, I feel like since they're attacking her, she shouldn't do this.
What?
Did I hit with the crush attack? Or is it graze? So I'm guessing that doesn't. It looks like grazing does not apply a status effect. It's a shame. Since they're attacking her, I should empower you.
Think.
I have to be very careful. Sometimes it seems like battles are easy, but that's how I died in Pillars of Eternity. I was like coasting through an area, and all the battles were super easy, so I was barely paying attention, and then out of nowhere, it just completely died.
They can
Oh! They got a mage up here.
hit.
Okay. Dodge plus 4, dodge plus 1. Okay, well, let's see this. 18 piercing damage, damn it. Missed Verse, though. And then another 10 piercing, Jesus. Yeah, it's not saying... Oh, I see. So they have 36 defense. So 25 minus 36 brings in negative 11. I rolled 34. Minus 11 would be 23. Yeah, which would make it a graze. Well darn.
Right.
Jeez, they did so much damage to me. Also, did I not finish casting this? This is why I kind of prefer turn-based combat, because I can actually see when the abilities finish casting. There we go. Skewer. This is versus dodge, and this is versus parry. What do they have? What are they good at? They have no dodge. Okay, so I should use this ability.
You got it.
Oh, it's a bow attack. What? Oh, damn. Did I do that by accident?
I'm on it.
Oh, I see. It's only used with the bow, right? Okay, never mind then. Don't bother with that right now.
You got it.
Okay, 10, 8, 8. Okay, they're in the last 10 health probably. Anything else I can do? Could restore some health. 1 per encounter. I might as well use it now. Yeah, might as well use it now. Nice. Damn, that did a ton of health. I guess I might as well just go after her. They just only seem to be attacking Verse for some reason. There must be averse to her combat methods. Do some thrusting here. Is this a special Sun Soldier? I haven't seen the other ones cast magic, so.
Will do.
But they seem to be exactly the same as the others. 6, 6. Okay, so here that's probably a half. 9. I think we'll be safe for this battle. It's too bad I can't get them to focus on my other characters, actually the tank. Oh, you only get 1 per encounter. Dang. Got to check that. Okay. I think there's nothing to do but just keep wailing on them. They don't do a lot of damage, at least. Whoa, 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 whoa. What is this? Oh, activates 1,000 strikes. Jesus. Oh my gosh, maybe I should have moved her away. Can't interrupt right now. Switch to a bow.
You got it.
Burning iron. Oh, that's her. Okay. Killed him. Nice. Okay. Each party member gains 33 experience. Hooray. Horatio. Oh, there's still a battle going on.
I can tell you didn't spend the conquest in a diplomat's tent.
The fighter surveys the fresh corpses and nods with satisfaction.
I'm Verse, by the way. But there are more important things to take care of than introductions. Those Vendrian guard we killed didn't come alone.
She gestures to the skirmish unfolding in the pass below, shaking her head. I feel like right now is probably not a good time to chat.
Eager. I like that. Before we go, you might search among the remains of our fallen comrades. Wherever they're bound, I doubt they'll miss their boots, much less any rings or any useful iron they might be clutching.
Yeah.
No reason to pity the fallen. Before long, we might wish we'd joined them here. But at least we'll enjoy heavy pockets and warm toes. For the voices of Nerat!
Verse furrows her brow and focuses down on the battle to come. It's a Scarlet Fury helm. That's her healing potion. That's her sigil. I don't have enough lore. Oh, if I just had one more lore. I only had a single lore more. I wouldn't be so forlorn. What's this? Hide? Okay. Take all. Was there any stuff that I could equip? Deflection, 4% recovery, accuracy +2. This is exactly like Pillars of Eternity. Even the UI. Did I not just pick up a helmet? Where's my inventory? Party stash. Would it be in here? Okay, here we go. So it's light armor. Better deflection. So recovery is probably better. Yeah, less is better, right? And more accuracy. +1 deflection, +2 recovery, or minus, yeah, that is better. Oh, whoops, no. Want you on my head. Doesn't look very flattering though. Does she not have a helmet? Might as well. Sorry to cover your cool hair. Oh, you know what? During character creation, I totally forgot to... Oh, I can still do it. Nice. Okay, I totally forgot I could change my portrait. Not that I mind that one, but... I want to see what else I got. This, I mean... This looks a bit more like my character. I don't really like it, though. I don't like any of these pictures. They just don't go with my character at all. Yeah, I'll just go with this one for now. It's a good thing I can still change it. That would have been sucked if I just stick with the same one that I didn't even pick. Okay. Did I get any weapons? Oh yeah, I got a javelin. Lesser healing potion. I guess I should put that in my quick items. Okay. What's this? I got some new... Help the disfavored battle of Vendran Guard. Okay. I like this map. Looks so nice. It looks like the actual... It's like the same image. Queen Lycarius Monument. Can I look at anything on that? What is this? Did I miss some loot? I think I did miss some loot.
Can't do that.
Oh no, I think no, it's just the body is still. Formation, we should do. Oh, interesting. I should do a straight line, yeah. Oh, I can do custom formation. Yeah, keep you in the back. You're gonna be my archer for now. Keep that. Oh, and I don't need you to be defensive anymore. I need to be accurate. Okay.
On it.
Oh, I didn't read that. Tarkus Demos. Eyes forward, no looking back. The Vendran Guard warrior roars with his falx held high, his words largely lost over the din of combat. Stand aside, or your funeral will be over the side of the bluff. Seeing you squarely in his path, the soldier points his weapon your way. I applaud your bravery, but I implore you to end this foolishness and lay down your arms. Not a chance. If I surrender, I'm as good as dead. At least we can drag some of Kyros's chosen along our short journey to the void. As he signals his men to charge, the sound of chanting rises from the south, drawing his attention. Scarlet Chorus reinforcements! Hurry! Oh, crappity. Mocking blaze. Run down the Oathbreakers, let none escape. From the red mob of reinforcements from the south, a blood chanter emerges at the head of the rabble, the ornamental crest of her staff pulsing with crimson tones. Signing spells of magic and wordlessly moving her mouth, the blood chanter scribes a series of spells into the air. A red glow surrounds the Vendrian guard, warriors, as the chanter's magic worms its way into their minds, blinding them with rage. Because it's a good thing I didn't kill that siren lady. Tarkus Demos. Hold positions, all of you. You there. Keep to the path. The warrior gestures along the canyon trail, but his soldiers turn their attention to the Scarlet Chorus, roaring challenges. No, don't engage them. We need to run. His orders falling on deaf ears, the warrior reluctantly readies his weapon. Okay, I guess those guys are my friends. That's good. You were supposed to be in the back of the formation, so I don't know what your problem is right now. You can go up here. You go up there.
Too bad.
No, don't go after her. Damn it. You're supposed to move. Oh my gosh. Jeez. Don't listen to me at all. Okay, I'm gonna need some might and vigor. I don't know what's going on there. Central to Grazes verse. Damn, 12 damage. They're casting some spells or whatever. Horde? Who's Horde? Okay, those are Horde. Jeez, a lot going on. Okay, good. Now they're not attacking him. You can attack them. Attack the weaker ones first. Yes, set them on fire. Kill them, kill them, kill them. Wow, they took so much damage from that first attack. Jesus.
We got it.
What happened to them being in the back? Okay. I don't know what's going on down there. They just cast what? What did they just cast? That's... Oh no, I don't want to. I want to attack you. Okay. Character is currently busy. Oh, okay. Mocking Blaze. What are they doing? I don't see them anywhere on this list. Mocking Blaze activates fear. Interesting. Are they afraid? Did it work on anyone? I think one of them is... Oh, no. One of them are afraid. Where can I see the results of fear? What's all this deactivate stance, activate stance? I don't understand. Whatever. You need to attack this guy. Okay, 5 slashing. Oh, did somebody die? Okay, the slash. That's first his ability is done. What's the range on her bow? $8 meters? Let's see what exactly 8 meters is. It's gotta be back here. Okay. Did I not cast this on myself yet? No.
Right.
Okay, that's 8 meters there. This person is on fire. How much damage are they taking? Oh, she critically hit with. So it was 6 piercing and then 7 damage of burning with that attack. Okay. they're just attacking. 1,000 strikes, damn. It's gonna do a lot of damage. Is my guy casting a spell? I wish there was a way to see how much damage left on the casting thing. Damn. -1 to all armor. Shit. Are you casting this ability or not? Okay, they're just doing spells down there. It's not taking too much damage, at least. 40 slashing damage, Jesus Christ! Okay, I need to use this.
Take that!
Please use this ability soon. Can't really do anything.
Fall before me!
Why is he stunned or something? He's taking forever to cast a spell. There we go. Okay, we got one down. You attack you. And I want to get some more. Maybe I should daze the guy first. Daze this guy. Although might will help with my accuracy, I think. Right?
Can't do that.
Okay, they hit me for 7. Are these guys resistant to pierce? It keeps saying it's ineffective. They have 9 damage minus 5. So they rolled 14 minus 5. I don't know what the minus 5 is. Versus 4 armor. I guess that's just their standard armor. Oh yeah, there it is, yeah. But why does she have a minus 4? Is it from her battle stance? Oh no, what? Oh, you know what? She must have AI or something turned on because I think it changed her. Yeah, I think it changed her tactics. Where is AI? How do I set that? Da-da-da-da. Enable their AI and have them attack you. What's their AI? AI behavior. If you right click on the AI button, you can see AI settings for your party. Where's AI? It says if you right click on the AI button, you can see the AI settings for your party members. You can set the auto attack behavior. Where is AI? Where's the AI button? The hell? It's up here? It's on the character sheet? Okay. No. It just says click on the AI button. It doesn't even tell me where the AI button is. What the heck? Am I gonna have to look this up? Which is AI behavior. Oh, is it that? There's a gear there. Okay. Did I miss that? Oh, here it is. Oh, I was right over. Okay, so it's aggressive. Okay, well I'm gonna disable it for now. That was close. Jeez, could have gotten myself killed in the first battle. You also have AI turned on, don't you? Okay. Here we go. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, I was supposed to cast this on myself. Rhombus activates Titan's Touch. Okay, that's done. Now I can do a shield bash on this guy.
Right.
Still healing from this, which is good. I missed it. Oh, damn it. Wait, did it not? Did Titan's Touch not work? Wait, no. Yeah, it didn't work. What?
I got it.
It said that I activated. Rhombus activates Titan's Touch. Is it like, did it just recover? It's supposed to have a cooldown of 24 seconds. I have no idea.
Fall before me!
Oh, I still can't use that ability. Come on, finish it. Okay, now he finished it. Okay, you're gonna attack this guy. In the face. Oh yeah, I might as well stab him.
Right.
Okay, 7, what are they at? Badly injured, that's probably halfway, 25 damage. 3 piercing in the Rhombus. For 12. So 25 plus 12, that's gonna probably be about 27. I think they're closer to like 40 damage. Focus fire this guy. Hit me for 12 slashing, damn. Okay. Are you still using the right stance? No, you're not. Okay, I want accuracy. This is just a damage bonus. Are you switching? I don't think she's switching her stance. Gun control. How do I change the stance? Why isn't that changing?
I
There we go. Okay, okay.
see as the crow flies.
Activates stance. Why does it say all 3? Now she has no stance. What the hell? Is there something about stances that I don't understand? I don't understand. Stances are modal abilities, meaning they can be toggled on and off. Only one stance can be active at a time. When a stance is deactivated, all stance abilities enter a cooldown. Oh, I see. Damn it. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. As long as this guy attacks me, I should be fine. Oh, I'm doing no damage though. Nice. Did 16 fire damage plus another 9. He's badly injured, so he's at like 27 damage. Plus whoever knows, who knows how much. Oh, this guy's not doing well. Okay, switch your stance. Ongoing control, please. What are those sounds? Jeez, what is he? He's just literally doing it.
I see.
I don't know. I'm concerned at why it says like all of these in a row. Is it a glitch, maybe? Maybe that's good. Plus 10 accuracy is good.
He as the crow flies.
Oh, it killed him. There's the burning. The burning got him. Nice.
Will
Yes, that could have been bad. That could have been very bad. Crescent Runner, come quick. We have a situation off the cliffside. They have the commander. Is that a better shield than mine?
on it.
Weapons and armor are stacked with neat precision on this transport cart. Every spear is honed and oiled, ready for battle. I'm going to change the formation to be even farther apart. Alright, inventory. What is this? No, it's not. Can't use that. Dagger's broken, okay. She didn't get any wounds, no, okay. Not missing any. Wonder if there's a way to highlight stuff. Oh. Symbol of the Scarlet Chorus is smeared in blood on the tattered cloth tent. No effort has been made to repair the gaping tears. Ooh. Pelox Tyrol. Stow your weapons or we will find out how long a man screams before hitting the ravine down below. Cornered between a precipitous drop and a band of angry soldiers, the Oathbreaker warrior holds a disfavored officer at knife point. Drastus. Skew him! Worry not for me! Graven Ash will protect! The disfavored officer winces, blood seeping from the seams of his bracers and cuirass. You heard the man. He plainly invited you to use that little blade of yours. What are you waiting for? Permission from your pimp? This blade? With a jerk of the knife, he slices off a clump of Drastus's matted hair. If you're so eager to see your ally dead, just step closer. Oh. I'm gonna be diplomatic. Release the prisoner and you might know the inside of a cell. And I'm sure that cell will have daily visits from the Scarlet Chorus cads, thirsty for a bit of torture. He shakes his head, pulling the captive closer. I'd rather take my chances with death. Mocking Blaze. Now that's unfair. I assure you, it's more a hunger for torture than thirst. But you are correct. We've no charity left for those who have laughed at our mercy once before. The blood chanter slams her staff on the ground, curling her fingers with a quivering hand. If you fools won't deal with him, maybe I will. Stone Shield. Whatever you're thinking, don't. Not until Commander Drastus is safe. Alright, let's try and help him. We have to help Drastus. Attack! You've gained the Wrath of Scarlet Chorus. You've gained the favor with the disfavored. Favor with the disfavored? I'm not sure if that's a good thing. Pelox Tyrol. Tyrol dashes the blade across Drastus' throat. Blood gushes out from the commander's neck, drowning out his final words. Tyrol points the bloody knife toward you. Death to Kairos. Death to the Archons. Pelox Tyrol. The moment Drastus' body falls to the ground, the disfavored soldiers pounce forward, quickly reducing the Oathbreaker to a bloody mess. Aurora. Drastus' death will be a setback. He was a fine steward of the steadfast. Aurora swallows, her lips pursed in anger. But with the losses we've sustained in this war, I'm the next in command. I will aspire to be half the leader Drastus was. One of the soldiers found some mage blather on the Oathbreakers. Aurora holds up a rolled sheaf of parchment. I figured you being trained in letters could perhaps... Aurora looks down at the papers, her face blushing, and quickly thrusts the sheaf toward you. Ooh, there's a little tidbit of info here. I like this. Literacy is rare in the Northern Empire, where the disfavored are born and trained. Time spent reading and writing is, after all, time not spent sparring and readying one's body and mind for battle. Examine the parchment. Repeating the same messages in different written scripts, the parchment explains the Vendrian Guard's desire to overthrow Kairos' Archons and rout their armies from the tiers. The pages aren't addressed to any specific reader, but rather openly invites all who remain loyal to the younger realms to gather at Vendrian's Well. Recruitment material. They were trying to bring more traitors to the fight. Yeah. There were likely other groups trying to flee the valley, but we can rest knowing we stopped this group. A shame it's at such a high cost. The Archons are expecting you at the disfavored war camp. When you are ready to leave, exit by the southeast gate and keep going that way through the foothills. End conversation. So this is a little ominous. This is a statue that seems to be crying blood into a bowl. The once pure water of Queen Lycarius' tears has run red with blood since Kairos' forces invaded. Interesting. Thanks for your help, Fatebinder. My wounds are closing.
Can't do that. On it. Can't do that.
Oh, what's this? Climb up rope. 35 athletics. I'm not very athletic. Not athletic enough for a rope, that's for sure. Horde. Hail Kairos, and glory to the voices of Nerat. The Scarlet Chorus soldier nods at you, her brow furrowed in concentration. I take it you're the gopher everyone's talking about. Are you getting the lay of the ruins, or just avoiding the Archons? We picked this area clean months ago. All that's left are some old stones that prise off in the distance. She nods to the towering spire above the citadel. What do you want? Is that how you speak to a superior officer? It's how I speak to you. Only just arrived in camp, and you think you know more about breaking a siege than the rest of us? She huffs and shakes her head. You will address me by my title, is that understood? Ooh, whatever you want to call yourself, it's none of my affair. She shrugs. Fatebinder it is, then. You'll find no lack of titles in the Scarlet Chorus camp. We make them up as we go. Verse. If you let her off the hook that easy, she'll tell everyone in her gang about it. A crimson spear would have cut off her ears already. Verse. I see you're running with the Fatebinder now. Did you lose another group already? Take care. The army is running low on Scarlet Furies thanks to you. I'm gonna slap her across the face. Oh. So much for my favor. She reels from your blow and looks up at you with blood trickling from the side of her mouth. The Fatebinder shows his claws. Good. Maybe you can slap some sense into the disfavored as well. Kairos knows they could use it. Well struck. A little bravado goes a long way. With the Scarlet Chorus gained loyalty with Verse. Tell me about these ruins. This place used to be an actual fort. When Cairn came through, the Archon of Stone pulled down most of the masonry with him. She spits an impressive glob of phlegm. Not sure if it was intentional, but he left that old statue in one piece. It's carved in the likeness of the old Queen Lysarius. She scratches the back of her head, smirking. Strangest thing, the statue started crying blood around the time of the war. I think we clobbered the Vendrian guards so badly that their ancestors could feel it. What do you know about the spire? I know how to tell time by its shadow, and that it hurts my neck if I stare up at it for too long. Really, it's no different from the spires in the north. Big, ugly, and inaccessible. It's strange that the Vendrian people built their citadel around it, but there's no accounting for taste. Farewell. Be seeing you, Fatebinder. The side of her mouth jerks in a grin. The Archon demands all prisoners be given a chance to serve the chorus. That gutter spawn killed Drastus. There will be no mercy. Probably have to decide their fate in a second. First, talk to Cosuma. Fatebinder, what an honor to have one of Tunon's court visit our humble holdfast. Need supplies? Bursting with energy, the merchant slams her palm down on the top of the crate. If so, you've come to the right place. So, what will it be today? She spreads out a welcoming arm over her wares. How's trade? Well, this is a service posting. No profit up here in the pass. That's Harchian Bronze's orders. But when we march out of the valley, I'm back on my own schedule, and here's to hoping this year's a good one. The Overlord forbids the extortion of the pathways. Good thing, too, 'cause in years past I'd lose most of my profits to tolls. Couldn't turn a copper if I tried to haul long distance. I trust you've been granted proper stewardship of the goods you are peddling? Well, you see, Fatebinder. The merchant cranes her neck to the side, scratching her neck. I think so. I've been handed these bits of scraps. She reaches across a stack of provisions to snatch a scroll case. But I'm not a woman of letters. Numbers are my strength, as you can well imagine. Let me see those. Certainly, good Fatebinder. She hands you the scroll case while wearing a quizzical expression. A cursory read indicates this merchant is granted the unlimited right to trade in a logistical capacity. When not supporting an active battle, she has the right to trade grain, copper, and olives anywhere in the tiers. Oh, I could be a dick here. Although, it doesn't say anything about weapons. I don't know what she's actually trading. She has the right to trade grain, copper, and olives anywhere. Where did you get these? Harshian Bronze acquired these on my behalf from Archon Tunon's agents, I believe. Her expression shows deep concern. Do you see any issue? I'm not going to get into it. This all seems in order. Well, naturally, she winks. Just because we fight dirty doesn't mean we trade dirty. Well, most of the time, at least. Let's see what you have here. Short bow. Yeah, I guess she's not licensed to trade weapons. Camping supplies are probably good. How much money do I have? I don't have a lot of money. Oh no, what's this? Okay, so I want to be at max. Oh, but I don't have enough money. Can I sell? Can I sell my stuff? Stash. Can I sell this dagger? Okay, yeah. I can sell this helmet. Oh, is this better than mine? Yes, it... No. Yes, it is. It's way better. Okay, well, I have to get some laundry. I'll be back in just a moment. I'm back. Right. What was I going to say? I am very close to... Oh, you know what I think happened? Okay, yeah, so we're... the subscriber goal has been all over the place. It was at 10 earlier today. Now it's at 7. So I think what happened was the gift subs were like a month ago. It just expired. So that's why we're back down to 7. But what I was going to say is I'm going to play a couple more minutes I feel like going on a raid tonight. So if anyone wants to stick around, probably like in like 15 minutes or so. But I don't know who or what I want to raid. So just want to see if anyone I know. No Man is doing some Dungeons and Dragons, which is very close. We like No Man here. So maybe we'll raid in like 15 minutes. I'm going to play it a little bit longer. See if I can get to like a checkpoint or something. But yes, if you want to stick around for the raid for those channel points, please, and to support the stream, as well as supporting other people's streams, and making lots of friends. Oh, this is worth 6, what is that, gold coins? Nice. And I think I'm gonna keep this. Okay. Is like a crafting material. I'm afraid I'm gonna like regret selling that, but I just want 2 of these because I want to be a maximum camping gear. What else can I? Is this better than my sword? What do I got? I have a bronze sword. It's the exact same, I think. Yeah, it's all bronze stuff. Although a mace would be good, because having some crushing damage really came in handy there. How much damage is 16 to 22 crush? That's very good. Oh, but is it two-handed? Oh, I don't want two-handed stuff. They got a hammer. I think this is one-handed. Yeah. 11 to 15 crush. It's just a little crush. Crush. Fatebinder shield. Is this better? Recovery, parry +5 versus... It's exactly the same. Yeah, it's exactly the same. Anything else? Healing potions are always good. Just by max, I might as well. These bow. I feel like they're not going to have anything. Scroll. I don't have any scroll users yet, so I think this is a good trade. Sweet. Although I do want to check if there's anyone else playing this game. I kind of want to avoid spoilers, so that's why I haven't been watching anyone else stream this game. Okay, there's almost no one else. It's just me and I think one other person playing. So not a very... But I mean, it's good for us. We're the top Tyranny streamer, I think, at the moment. I'm sure that goes up and down very frequently. But yeah, so I want to avoid spoilers as much as possible. So I'm probably not going to do that. Oh yeah, I probably have to do something here and decide this person's fate. Aurora, the prisoner is from the Tarkus clan? Then he's not just any oathbreaker, he's one of their leaders. Aurora signals to her men by dragging her hand across her neck. No mercy for those who foment rebellion. Find a post and string him up. If his wounds don't kill him, thirst, starvation, and infection will do the rest. Mocking Blaze. We must give the vanquished enemy a chance to serve. That is our law. Smiling with recognition at your presence, the chanter points your way. Just ask the governor here. You understand the wisdom of the Scarlet Chorus. The Overlord does not wish to rule over a ruined crater. We must conquer, but if we show no mercy, we will have conquered a mountainous stretch of nothing. I tire of this nonsense. You keep recruiting these oathbreakers, then you fail to inflict order and they defect. And we have to fight them all over again. I will not let another one of these South Knobs come back to haunt us. Mocking Blaze. Well, I insist this oathbreaker be taken to the Voices of Narat, leaving us at an impasse. Fortunately, we have a Fatebinder here to settle the matter for us. The chanter turns to you. an expectant smile creeping across her face. So, what say you? What should become of this prisoner? I'm gonna say, not to be a dick here, but I'm gonna be a dick. I gave him the chance to surrender. He was completely outnumbered. He chose death. I don't think he's the kind of person who's gonna... That said, however, Voices in Nerat has the ability to interrogate people. That's true. He can interrogate people. He could probably get some stuff out of them. But I mean, I'm only as good as my word. I said that we'd kill him if he didn't surrender, and he didn't surrender. So I kind of have to keep my word. So no, execute the Oathbreaker. One chance to surrender is enough. Happily, this one will pay for Drastus and all my other brothers and sisters that perished here in Vendrian's Well. Aurora nods to a nearby warrior. You heard the Fatebinder. Kill him, but make an example of him. Find a post that's not in use and string him up. Well, I was kind of hoping we'd just kill him quickly. Oh well. Aurora gives you a solemn nod. Until next time, Fatebinder, I know you have important business in the valley. No point in keeping you. She snaps a salute. For the glory of Kairos. Okay.
Right.
Anything else?
On the lookout.
Oh, that's to sneak. Can I talk to Aurora again? Stone Shield warrior stiffens her posture as you approach, offering a curt nod and acknowledgement. Need something? What's the situation here in Vendrian's Well? The Oathbreakers hold the citadel at the heart of the valley, the one built around the base of the spire. Aurora points east toward the tower in the distance. The Matani River has been our largest headache during the siege. It's unsafe for armored troops to ford, save for at key locations, and the enemy knows this as well as we do. I know we'd be a lot farther along if the Scarlet Chorus used its alleged strength in numbers to ford the river themselves and overwhelm the enemy. Aurora looks at Verse with a disapproving air. As it is, we must take the valley slowly and advance the disfavored bulwark, since that's where the real work gets done. Because all it takes is numbers to cross a river under a hail of arrows. If the disfavored were quicker to act, maybe the Vendrian Guard wouldn't be so trained up to face us. I'm going to piss both of them off, I think. If either of you is correct, the campaign would be over, and I wouldn't be here. Oh, she liked that. And the disfavored like that. A fair point. The Legion is eager to gain some perspective on our quarrels. Consequently, I retract my previous remark. Really? Because I don't. Next time you say something, try to mean it. How long have you been with the disfavored? 7 years. She pauses to count on her fingers. 2 seasons, mayhap a handful of days. I trained at Fort Resolution a bit before the conquest. Compared to the commanders you find around campus stationed at Iron Hearth, that makes me one of the young bloods. This has been a long and grueling campaign, but the end is in sight. We'll soon have the Oathbreakers back under control. Then we can rest, retrain, and even cycle out troops so we can see our families again. What can you tell me of the Vendrian Guard? They are the last grasp of the younger realms. Among them are warriors that escaped the bastard city's siege, a few refugees from other victories, and a bunch of Vendrian locals with delusions of independence. These southern wastrels cannot match our iron, nor the chorus's members. What on Tyranny gave them the nerve to rise up and ask for a second helping of battle is anyone's guess. Seen anything interesting during the war? I once saw a forge-bound artisan set himself on fire. Occupational hazard. That was an unpleasant day, the first of many, to be honest. I would have liked to see the Edict of Stone hit Cairn's rebellious hide, but I'm more grateful that I didn't have to march against him. I'm sure you did whatever you could to stop that madman. Carry on. She taps her gauntlet to her breastplate in salute. Have a pleasant siege, Fatebinder. Okay, let's... oh yeah, I had not finished reading my biography. Now that the battle is settled, seems as good a time as any. Where was I? Tunon has awarded me an unheard of honor, the opportunity to accompany Kairos' forces on the campaign south. He says that I'm to represent Kairos' law in the savage frontier and pave the way for his civilizing hand. I'll have some military authority at my disposal, but Graven Ash and the voices of Narat will be the architects of this conquest. Mostly I'll be there to observe the wartime operations and settle any disagreements as they arise. I know that the Southerners will only accept Kairos' peace, kicking and screaming, so here's to hoping I can make the transition a smooth one for us all. In 428 TR we marched on the tiers, laying waste to their makeshift army. The disfavored showed the enemy how breeding and tactics can outclass any purchased defenders. As our victories stacked up, we needed a plan for the prisoners of war crowding our jails. The chorus numbers were looking a little thin, so I give the voices of Narat a new crop of soldiers from the former enemy defenders. When our armies gathered at the walls of the bastard city, I led a direct assault on the fortified gates. The disfavored's relentless and uncompromising brutality won the day. Safety in numbers has kept me alive long enough to see the fall of the bastard city. That, in and of itself, is something to tell the family. This was an important victory, hopefully the first of many. Now that Tunon has established his court in the vacant throne room and summoned the other Fatebinders, he's sending me to accompany the army while he tidies up his new city. For anyone who's confused, we are the baddies, for sure. We're playing as the bad guys this game. Not sure if that's going to change at all, if it even can change. I feel like I've kind of done too much damage to really go back at this point, but we'll see. The army is heading for Lethian's Crossing, and I will follow. Tunon places great emphasis on this location, as he wants the Forge-bound to make a permanent settlement here. Iron production will make or break this war, as he's fond of telling me. I'll keep an eye on the forges and make sure everything moves at an appropriate pace. I became the de facto governor of Lethian's Crossing in 429 TR, and increasing the production of iron fell to me. I conscripted a tribe of beastmen into the Scarlet Chorus and set them to the labor of hauling iron ore. On top of everything else, my forces had to deal with the city mercenaries. When the Bronze Brotherhood overcrowded the available quarters, I allowed the Brotherhood and Scarlet Chorus to engage in combat games that eased tensions and spread goodwill among the ranks. After a dust-up with the Bronze Brotherhood injured a forge-bound smith, I kicked the inept mercenaries out of Lethian's Crossing and granted the Scarlet Chorus the honor of governance. Who would have thought that iron production would give us this much trouble? This is why Kairos doesn't deal with mercenaries. Better that a force of more sensible and organized than the Bronze Brotherhood command this city. Which really amounts to anyone but the Bronze Brotherhood. Now that I've done what I can to stabilize our iron production, I'm shrugging off the mantle of governor, moving on to the last stretch of our conquest. If I'm going to spend another year in the blistering heat of the south, I'd rather spend it in Azure. The breadbasket of the tiers looks cool and inviting by comparison to the rest of the continent. Since a considerable military force and the Archon of Stone will be joining me, I doubt these farmers or the beastmen slaves will give us much trouble. In 430 TR, I joined the army on the Azure campaign. After Cairn blighted the crops and caused a food shortage, I appropriated the Earthshakers to repair the Archon's damage. At times, the worst enemies came from within our ranks. When the Archon of Stone rebelled against Kairos, I sent the disfavored marching after him to deliver justice, which would only come later. When the Archon of Stone's treachery erupted in a rampage, Kairos granted me the honor of proclaiming the Edict of Stone. I committed the full force of the disfavored and Scarlet Chorus in the region to rally against Cairn, gambling on the lives of hundreds to spare a Tiersman settlement while the Overlord's magic destroyed him. Looking back on these entries, I can see now that my confidence in the Archon of Stone was misplaced. I don't know if something about Azure enticed Cairn to take leave of his senses, or if he was always poised to rebel, though I suspect it was a bit of both. We have won over this blasted realm in spite of Cairn's treachery. The beastmen who followed him will continue to be problematic, but I will save these details for the army and our cleanup efforts. I am recalled to Tunon's court in the Bastard City. I often find my mind wandering from the conquest and indeed my own responsibilities. Proclaiming an edict was truly the pinnacle of my achievement during this extended campaign, and it troubles me that I must return to my regular duties after indulging in such power. For a moment I was the voice and will of the Overlord manifested in this lawless frontier. I felt the power of absolute authority pour from my lips and judged the masses on a scale that not even Tunon may fully appreciate. I know that I have been instrumental in steering the events of this war. I wonder if it is, perhaps too soon to let myself think about the spoils, the accolades, and the welcome return home. Such things will have to wait a little longer. I return to the Bastard City to take my place in Tunon's court. The Overlord's conquest is finally over, but much work remains to bring Kairos' peace to the rabble of the Tears. The other Fatebinders assigned me light duty so that I might convalesce from my ordeals. Channeling the Overlord's power while proclaiming an edict has sapped much of my strength. I am fortunate that I survived the experience. Rumors reach the court of unrest in the Tears. I'm not privy to my Lord Tunon's counsel, but I can tell he is troubled by the increasing tension between the disfavored and Scarlet Chorus armies. Eventually, he must decide which Archon will become governor of the Tears. I fear that his methodical deliberations will only inflame Kairos' soldiers against each other. It is proving harder to quell the spirits of these Tearsmen than we initially thought. There is a streak of animal stubbornness inherent in their nature that makes them resist the demands of Kairos' law. Rebellion. The garrisons at Vendrian's Well were slaughtered in the night in a treacherous attack. A group of Tearsmen violated their oaths of surrender and now claim independence from Kairos' rule. The Archons clamor for vengeance, each demanding the right to crush this rebellion. My Lord Tunon receives word from the Overlord. Both armies will be sent to eliminate the Oathbreakers. I almost feel pity for these Tearsmen. They have no notion of the doom that will fall upon them. It has been several spans since the armies arrived at Vendrian's Well, and still no word of victory. The Archons bicker like dogs over a bone, and my Lord Tunon grows weary of the constant stream of missives from each army. I heard Fatebinders Callio and Nunavol speaking. They believe that Tunon will apply to Kairos for the authority to bring the Archons to heel. It will be amusing to hear Ash and Nerat howl as they face the Adjudicator's judgment. Word has come. Once again I am chosen to bear Kairos' edict. Few Fatebinders have survived proclaiming a single edict, let alone two, and none have proclaimed a second edict so soon after the first. I set out for Vendrian's Well in the morning. I can only hope I have the strength for what is to come. It's cool. I really like that it recaps the story in my character's voice, so I can kind of see how they feel about it, because it goes into a lot more detail than the intro did. But yeah, that's awesome. I'm enjoying this game. I think it's pretty cool. I really hope we do get to be good and not just be evil the whole time, but if we have to be evil, we're going to be evil. We're going to do it right. But I think I will end the stream here and lead us on a raid, a noble raid, continuing in the spirit of conquest and invasion. We are going to invade someone else's stream. I just want to check if No Man isn't just about to end.
This
Oh,
has
great.
been a great stream. And I think everybody's learned something today.
I think she is ending, actually.
We've learned that you're a hugbear and that I'm a corgi.
And I think what we've learned is that everybody needs to go follow Mandari right now.
I think she is ending the stream, so maybe we won't raid her.
Listen,
I'll see if there's any
I know
other.
on Twitch analytics that our follower demographic is that Venn diagram's the circle, but
That is true.
Maybe someone else is doing some Dungeons and
Dragons
Dragons
give
stuff.
Anne money on Ko-Fi because Anne makes maps and does other things.
Listen.
And, ooh.
Geese will run Kamikaze into a parked car.
I mean,
yes, they
well,
will, James.
she's only been streaming for 2 hours. Let's just raid. Let's just see what happens. It just, the way she was talking, it sounded like she was about to take off. But even so, might as well just say hello, say good evening, wish them well, check out what they're working on, doing some D&D homebrew, it looks like. So say hello to them. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out, and I will see you all soon. Have a great night. Oh, I gotta end this.